check. Good morning, Heather. Let's do this. Happy Friday. Cotter and Marshall Show. Hop on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Watch the show each and every morning. Soak it in. There's only like 7 more of these left.
After today.
Yes.
Technically, there's 8.
8.
Yeah.
So soak it in.
Yeah, soak in the Dick Boys right now. Dick Broadcasting. That's right. Both of us are wearing these beautiful Dick Broadcasting hoodies and coats and everything. Just a couple Dick Boys over here, man.
We're in and representing.
We are inside, absolutely, the building.
All right, when you're on the stream, like, follow, and subscribe. Listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us in your in-home smart speaker. Check us out at rock1061.com. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning, Cotter.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday to you, man.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. Got 1, if not 2 weddings to go to.
Okay.
The second one was kind of like last minute, hey, we're having a reception here. Stop by if you can. So I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make it. Represent
what? Your family?
Me.
Radio station?
I'm representing me.
Yourself? Okay.
Just me.
Okay.
I don't
That sounds good. Welcome to Rockville is this weekend. If you didn't know, started last night. I saw some video of the Slipknot absolutely destroying Daytona Beach, Florida. I don't know if there'll be anything left over the weekend. But Metallica is going to be taking the stage tonight. It should be a lot of fun.
Dude, so many pictures, so many videos on Facebook and everything last night. I got really jealous.
Yeah, got a case of FOMO.
I really did. I mean, I was looking forward to it. Obviously, things didn't work out. I'm not going this year, but I'm living vicariously through a handful of people, including Big Bald and Sexy.
Yeah, so I talked to Big Bald and Sexy. Took him 6 hours to get down to Daytona Beach, Florida last night.
Why? Traffic?
Traffic.
Okay.
Yep. Obviously, a lot of people heading into Welcome to Rockville in the Daytona area. So I'll be heading down there Sunday to check out Metallica and the return of Mudvayne. So I'm excited for that. And, of course, tonight, Metallica. Tomorrow night, Disturbed. And Cotter. Sort of breaking news.
Yeah.
Throw it at me. Inside sources, online sources, people I know say that the headliners of Welcome to Rockville's 2022 lineup will be revealed today.
What?
Yeah, that's what my sources are saying. That's what sources are saying.
They're not messing around.
Well, I mean, it's coming up in May. So
that's true.
They got to sell some tickets.
They got to get on it. All right, coming up on the show today, going to be joined by our buddy Jeremy Hammons. He's opening a brand new brewery. Underdog is going to open up next year. He's going to be in for beer for breakfast. Big Bald and Sexy promised kind of like a review of day one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he's still in for that.
I've talked to him. I think he's set to jump on with us sometime in the 8 o'clock hour.
Perfect. All right, we got the Cool Guys Tournament update coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. Going to play some trivia. Going to take your calls, comments, and texts. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? This should be fun. It should be interesting.
I think everyone's got a little bit of a story on this one.
So call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. About last night, Metallica is bringing back their Vinyl Club. Casinos having a great year. And big news with the Carolina Panthers yesterday. Mm-hmm. I did not see this coming at all. We'll kick off the show next after Volbeat, Shotgun Blues. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Yeah, so last night around, 8 o'clock, I got an email from the fine folks over at Welcome to Rockville, and I thought, well, what the hell is this? This is not good. But it actually is good. The headliners for next year's Welcome to Rockville, which is in May, they're going back to their regular May schedule. They're going to be announced today.
That's crazy.
They said they don't know. They didn't tell me what time they'd be announced. They just said that the headliners would be announced on site and online today, and that we would probably do giveaways for tickets next week. So
even better.
I'm having to write a proposal right now while we're on the air because they said it's due this morning.
Now, I mean, it's weird to think that we're getting the announcement of the headliners while the show's going on, but this is typically when they would announce at least some of it, because traditionally we'd have giveaways come December. So I guess it's really on their typical timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to hear who they are. I mean, because Metallica, Slipknot, Disturbed, Metallica. I mean, you got to go. I mean, it's like you kind of have to at least outdo yourself every year a little bit.
I mean, I know one of them.
Nine Inch Nails?
Nine Inch Nails will be.
They'll come back, you think?
Yeah. So, I mean, they were supposed to be a part of this year, obviously.
Yeah.
But they'll definitely be a part of it because they already announced they're going to be touring with Shaky Knees Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it only makes sense.
So if you're looking at Shaky Knees.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's possibility.
Green Day.
Well, I mean, Green Day, maybe not the right fit for Welcome to Rockville.
It's Green Day, though, man.
It is. You're right. You're right.
I don't know. That'd be. I'm coming back just for that. My wife will technically, once again, still be here.
So, be right at the end of the tenure.
Yeah.
Heather said, y'all, it's so sad that the Oglethorpe Speedway is closing officially this weekend. I grew up going to races with my parents and friends. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that that's happening. Have we figured out who bought it and who is?
I don't know.
Because I heard they're going to demolish the Speedway.
I mean,
it's gone.
So much land out there. You're going to get something built in its place. But yeah, I agree. It sucks.
Yeah. Morning, Simic. How you doing? Morning, Wanda. How are we?
What up?
Thanks for joining us nice and early here on the Cotter and Marshall Show. We're talking about, obviously, Welcome to Rockville going on down in Daytona right now. I am writing. Speaking of, I'm going to shut up and finish this proposal so I can get it done with and
do it. Very weird. So my house doesn't look like my house anymore. Rooms are painted. Furniture's been moved around. Decorations taken off the wall. It will officially go up for sale on Saturday.
The guitars are down?
We left two of them up. We left like the two by the TV up. We took the one that was on the wall over by the beer fridge is gone. Beer fridge is out of the room.
What? Where is beer now?
Beer's in the garage. It's plugged in. Don't worry.
All right.
I did, though. So I was moving it by myself, and there's a step down from my laundry room into the garage.
Oh.
And I was stupid and went door first. So I'm going down. All I hear is whoop as all the beer came rushing and it hit the door. So I get down. I'm gonna open it up. I'm like just trying to cram all the beer back in. So almost had a beer disaster. We made it. It was fine.
The worst mover ever.
Horrible. All right, guys. 15 seconds. Be right back. Superman has come back to Carolina. Details coming up. Story number one about last night. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough about the NFL, but I did not see this coming.
No, I don't think really anyone saw this coming. Now, a couple years ago, the Carolina Panthers decided to part ways with their Super Bowl going quarterback, Cam Newton. Also known as Superman. He always do that celebration where, do the ripping his chest open type of deal. Well, they wanted to move on from him because he just wasn't the same, right?
I agree.
So they let him go, and they signed Teddy Bridgewater for 1 year. Then they trade him to the Denver Broncos. And then they were like, oh, we're going to trade 3 picks to the Jets for Sam Darnold. Turns out Sam Darnold's just really bad at football. So they have now come back to the guy that they've wasted all these all this money and all these draft picks just to go back to the guy who was just there in the first place.
He has signed a one-year deal worth up to about $10 million for the remainder of the season, like $4.5 million guaranteed. There's $1.5 million just for a roster bonus. And they were like So Stephen Gilmore played with Cam in New England, grew up in South Carolina. He was saying there are a lot of important people in South and North Carolina. Cam Newton is probably right up there, top 1, top 2 maybe.
I mean, if you put like the Mount Rushmore of the most important, noteworthy Carolina Panthers players of all time, Cam Newton probably would be number 1. He probably would. Jake Delhomme, remember him? I think he went to a Super Bowl with the Panthers. But I mean, there hasn't been a ton of other notable players with the Panthers over the year. Yes, Steve Smith. Yes, I'm sure there's a couple other ones that I could mention as well. But Cam Newton, without a doubt, is the number 1 player of that franchise. So it's kind of cool to see him come back.
So the Panthers are 4-5 with Cam. Do they have a shot of turning things around?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Cam. Well, I mean, they let Cam go because he just wasn't a great player anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been devastated by injuries. He couldn't move the way he used to.
Right.
His arm very questionable. Had a lot of shoulder issues. But
Right.
I mean, it's cool to see him have that reunion. I just think he's kind of a placeholder until the season's over.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a one and done sort of situation. If that's the case, does he look to go? Well, he's 32, right? I mean, he's not very old. He is beat up, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, does he hang it up after this year if this is a one and done situation?
No, I mean, because NFL players love the big money, so he'll try like hell to get on a roster somewhere. It's
Right.
just maybe it'll be Carolina. I don't know, but Carolina, I mean, they didn't draft a quarterback with the number 9 position, and Justin Fields was available. And I want to thank them because the Chicago Bears are much better with Justin Fields in it.
All right, gambling, it's a thing. 2021 has been an epic year for casinos everywhere. Details coming up with story number 2 next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Good morning, Scott and Jeff. Thanks for joining us here on
What's
the
up,
Cotter and
guys?
Marshall Show.
Good morning.
Yeah, and Cotter mentioned it earlier, man. Jeremy Hammons, our buddy, is stopping by. His new brewery is going to be something special. It'll be open in the springtime, I believe, from the conversations I've had with him.
I think so, yeah.
But it's just off of Victory, and let's just say Victory in Drayton.
Yeah, it's a great location.
Yeah.
It's a hot spot there. Everybody heading downtown. You're kind of over in, the Starland area, which is hopping now. I think he's going to do a great job.
Yeah.
I'm bummed I'm missing this. I mean, so much stuff that I'm missing.
Yeah, so Jeremy will be in for beer for breakfast this morning. Our beer for breakfast guest next week, I have not yet got a confirmation. I will be following up here,
Sure.
Hopefully today. But Mayor Van Johnson is scheduled for beer for breakfast next Friday. So
It'd be cool. I mean, we've never had him in studio before. We did a phone interview prior to him becoming mayor when they were pushing for the decriminalization of marijuana. In Savannah. So we talked to him, and he's like, look, you're going to be running for mayor. You need to come on our show and make that announcement. At the time, he said he would.
he didn't.
He never did.
He broke that promise.
He never did.
Politicians, man. Wild.
You think we can get him to do a shot of Malort while he's in?
We'll ask. We'll ask. Yeah, like we were mentioning earlier, guys, welcome to Rockville. Going down at Daytona right now, they will be announcing the 4 headliners for next year later on today. I'm pretty sure I can say that out loud. I've said it a bunch of times already, so I might as well keep going with it.
Yeah. Do you have a pair of Crocs?
Yeah, I got a pair of Crocs.
Comfy? You like them?
Yeah, Crocs are awesome. They're like my work shoes,
Sure.
like outside, like I mow the lawn in them.
I get it. They're coming out with ugly Christmas sweater Crocs. Those are a little atrocious. And furry linings on the inside, I think.
Cam says the mayor doesn't drink from what I've heard. Well, Cam, we're actually going to do non-alcoholic beer.
So, well, I mean, and you told him the bit, right? It's not like he's going to be shocked when he comes in and hears this. And he's, okay, cool.
Hey, he agreed to non-alcoholic beer. So.
All right.
Once again, sorry.
No, do your thing, man.
I got to write
do your
this
thing.
shit.
This is kind of a big deal. Love to give away some Welcome to Rockville tickets next week. So that will hopefully be a thing.
Should we do You Have to Beat Us and Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia for him?
It's the last week of it. I think that's fair. You have to beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is because we're off Monday, I can run we can run a weekend Facebook contest for that first pair.
Yeah.
And then we can do that.
Yeah, I like that. That's don't forget next Thursday, guys. We're all going to meet up at the Draft Room in Berwick, starting at 6.
You can get more details on our last Horde meetup with Cotter on our Facebook page.
Yep. So I'd love to see as many people as possible who can come out. It'd be awesome. Look forward to it.
We had quite a few people already kind of commit via the Facebook post, and I'm telling you, last night at the Draft Room in Berwick, I was hosting bingo. It was the biggest bingo night I've ever had.
Really?
I had almost 100 people playing bingo.
Jesus.
The Draft Room at Berwick, from the bar to the pool table in the back to the patio, was completely full.
Wow.
And I had maybe 10 cards left, and I have 100. So I had 90-ish people playing last night.
Man, good for you.
And games were going very quick.
Yeah, when you have that many people.
I wrapped up at about 8:22.
Yeah.
Yeah. An hour and I took like a 10-minute break.
Yeah, when you have that many people, it's going to go pretty quick. But yeah, we'll come out, we'll hang out, we'll play some bingo. It'll be good.
Well, what'd be awesome is we're doing a little thing for you just before that with our company.
Right.
You guys aren't invited, sorry. So you're going to be already kind of lubed up from it.
Yeah. We got to do a show on Friday the next day. What's up, Mayor Van Johnson? Am I hungover? Yeah, I am. And yes, very.
You can say I've made some mistakes.
So we leave for Disney when my wife gets off of work. So I was really going to try to see if we can squeeze in Ghostbusters because we're not going to a park until Saturday, the 20th.
There's movie theaters right down there.
They are, but we're not going to get there until probably like 9.
Yeah, don't go in.
I don't think I could do it.
Yep.
I really would love to, but I don't think I'm going to make it if it's 9 o'clock. So we were just talking about Tom Hanks yesterday. We power ranked his movies. We mentioned The Green Mile, how we kind of dig that movie. Well, according to this right here, Shaquille O'Neal says that he could have played John Coffey in The Green Mile, but turned it down. Said in a recent interview, quote, "I didn't want to play the down south African-American guy during slavery. I didn't want to play that role." But he added, quote, "The guy who played it, Michael Clark Duncan, did an excellent job. I think I made the right decision because he did it way better than I could have done. But I got offered the role."
Interesting.
Huh. It's set during the Great Depression, not necessarily during slavery, but I'm sorry. Shaq's not an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he could. I agree with him. Michael Clark Duncan did a much better job. That would be rough. I don't think the movie has the same heft.
No,
with Shaq in that role.
Shaq's not exactly an actor with some girth. I mean, physically, yes.
Yeah.
With the acting gift, no.
Just go back to Steel. I will say, Blue Chips, though. Have you seen Blue Chips?
No, I like the person I am, and I would never waste my time watching it.
Really? Blue Chips is a good movie.
Yeah?
So it was Shaq and Penny Hardaway are both in it. So it was back in the day. Then they're both with the Orlando Magic. New because they're playing blue chip college students. Nick Nolte is a college basketball coach doing recruiting.
Right.
It's a good movie. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's fun.
Let's see. Got a couple comments here. Wanda says he's going to catch so much crap if he comes in studio with no mask. I will give him this. He is quick with the clapback. Oh, with Mayor Van Johnson. He'll wear a mask except for when he's drinking. That's just kind of how he is. He's obviously had a few faux pas, I think is the correct word.
Yeah.
When it comes to the mask, so I think he'll be just fine. Dave says I plan on coming to see you on your going away, Cotter.
Nice.
And then
look forward to it.
Scott says I'm wondering, is it possible to swap out saliva tickets for Alice Cooper when he comes in February? Unfortunately, not, Scott. We only have so many tickets, and they're allocated to people. But how about this? Take your saliva tickets and then sell them. And if you could sell them, take your profit and then buy Alice Cooper tickets. But no, unfortunately, I don't. If I had like a bunch of tickets laying around, I would take care of you, but I don't. I literally, for both those shows, they gave me 5 total pairs of tickets for each show.
Damn.
If I had like 20 pairs of tickets for each show, yeah, I'd take care of you. All right. Giveaway details. How will tickets be given away? I will be selling them on eBay. I learned it from a guy I used to work with.
Yeah. All right, we got about 30 seconds, guys. Going to talk some gambling, casinos. They're doing good, making all the money. All right, guys, be right back. It's official. We're all just a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Story number 2 about last night. It has been a very good year for casinos everywhere. The nation's commercial casinos won nearly $14 billion in the third quarter alone of this year, making it the industry's best quarter ever, pushing the U.S. casino revenue past what they did for 2020, which makes sense. It was the pandemic year, so it was definitely down. U.S. casinos are on pace to break the annual record of $43.65 billion, which was set in 2019.
So people feel very comfortable going to casinos right now. Obviously, Vegas, Atlantic City, all the major, big-time casinos are doing very, very well at this point. Even like online gambling is up quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the online gambling has really pushed a lot of this revenue up. I mean, as states legalize, more sports books and sports gambling, you're seeing that. I mean, we had how many stories, recently about the parlays and all this stuff. So people are definitely down to gamble. And even like you said, Las Vegas Strip, gambling revenue also hit an all-time high of $2.06 billion. Slots and table games, traditionally the one that makes most of the money. They are accounting for most of it at $12 billion. The internet gambling revenue set a record at $938.6 million.
I mean, if there was a time to own a casino, it would be if you had money to invest into a casino. Obviously, I highly recommend it. Now, there was talks about them putting a casino on Hutchinson Island.
Right.
I don't know where that's at. I don't know if that's happening. I know they're expanding the convention center over there.
Yep.
I know that's not a casino, but I have heard there's talk that there's some room out there. They want to put a casino. I am all for a casino being put up on Hutchinson Island. The revenue it would bring to the area, the tourism would be even higher. If you could put, a sports book out there, it would be incredible.
How would you afford to live?
Look, I know I have mentioned before, if a casino came to the area, I would probably become more of a degenerate gambler than I am now.
Right.
And I think the number is, if you have an issue gambling, 1-800-GAMBLER, heads up. Which I've never called yet. I don't think I would be bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be. I don't think they'd be like dragging me out of the casino every night. But maybe once a week.
So if a casino popped up here in the area, I mean, are you just a sports guy? You going over and playing poker? I mean, you can do some slots.
Yeah, I think I would probably visit a couple times a month. I would go play some poker. I wouldn't go play slot machines. That's just a waste of money. You go to a gas station and play slot machines if you want to. I would go play some I'd go play some poker, some blackjack, the roulette wheel, and then I'd probably hang in a sports book, throw some stupid sports bets down, and have a good time with my buddies.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll see how that goes. Good luck. All right, coming up next, one more story to go about last night. Metallica is bringing back their Vinyl Club. We got details after Live, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, Jeff agrees. Savannah needs a casino. I think that makes a lot of sense. Simic says blackjack is my game.
I don't like playing blackjack because I'm not good enough and I piss off everybody around me. Because I'll hit when I shouldn't, I tried once in Vegas, and I irritated people. I'm like, I can't do this. Too much pressure. All right, 3 minutes until we get to our last story and about last night.
Sorry, I'm still writing.
No, you're
proposal.
Good, man. You're good. This is a deal. This is a deal that all of you will benefit from.
Yeah, so bear with me while I don't talk very much while I'm writing this thing.
I'm really wanting to know who. I want them to release the information now, because if they're going to do it, they won't do it early. I'm guessing they'll wait until.
I'm guessing they'll probably announce it tonight. If I had to guess, it'll be like 6, 7 o'clock tonight when the headliners are going on. They'll announce all of the headliners for next year.
Yeah. So do you think they have areas then to where you can just buy tickets for next year on site? Or they just
probably just all online?
Give you a deal if you buy them here?
I don't know if they'll give them a deal. Hold on, I actually have.
Oh, Cam's got a good question. Marshall, living in Vegas, did going to casinos ever get old?
No. Do you want me to answer that quicker? No. Let's see. I agree with Jeff. If Savannah has money to throw away on an ice hockey rink, why can't we have a casino? Well, we did technically spend a ton. Obviously, all of our money's on the new arena, so that could be the reason why we can't have a casino. House Hefe today, he's about the same as yesterday.
Yeah.
Andrew says tickets are already on sale on their website.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they did. Yeah, the tickets went on sale already, but I just didn't know if they'd give people a deal while, buy them now that you know who the headliner is. Really make a push for that.
Yeah, it looks like if you want a 4-day pass for Welcome to Rockville next year, it's $250. If you want the VIP, it's $575.
I mean, 4 days, Rockville, that's $250. Like I said, we talked about this a while ago. I'd rather drop the $250 in the 4 days than $70 to $100 on one show. You're going to get more for your money going to Rockville, obviously. Though I say that, and the Hella Mega Tour, though, was just awesome. It was great to see a show in a stadium. It's got a completely different vibe than the festival. So, I mean, it was definitely cool. All right, guys. Got about 40 seconds. Going to get into story number 3. Talking about Metallica, Vinyl Club 2022. Andrew, depending on the headliners, think of going to do camping this time. Going back and forth to a hotel sucks. Dude, I wouldn't like do a tent, but if I can get some sort of camper or something I can sleep in, I think camping's the way to go. According to Voodoo Jack, they let you unlimited in and out, too. So, I mean, you can head back to the campgrounds anytime.
Yeah, but the thing that sucks, though, is because it's in May, so it's going to be really hot.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, guys, be right back. Metallica is bringing back Vinyl Club for 2022. Vinyl Club subscription will be available exclusively to members of Metallica's 5th member fan club between now and the end of this year. Each subscription gets you a digital download card and a series of 4 12-inch records shipped throughout the year.
This is kind of cool, especially if you're a vinyl guy or if you're a pretend vinyl guy like I am. This is a very cool thing, and I am a 5th member, no big deal.
Right.
It's free to join. I mean, it's essentially it's an email club for Metallica, but they give those people an opportunity to buy tickets first to some of their more bigger special shows like the symphony shows and stuff, and obviously access to the Vinyl Club first.
Now, they first did Vinyl Club in 2020. They took last year off, and they said they're going to make some changes, give you better options this year. You're going to be able to get songs that have never been released on vinyl before, and if you want to sign up, like I said, you got until the end of the year, literally midnight on December 31st. Now, new memberships won't be available until the 2023 subscription year. That's coming up a little bit later on. What you get, like we said, 4 12-inch vinyl singles featuring music's never been released before on vinyl, made to play at 45 RPM, digital download card, and the opportunity to purchase exclusive Metallica Vinyl Club merch.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, especially once again, if you're growing your vinyl collection, you love Metallica, this is something that's probably worthwhile. Now, I didn't see a price on it. Cotter, did you see it?
I did not see a price.
Yeah, so you'll have to go to Metallica.com, get yourself signed up for that, but I'm guessing it's not exactly the cheapest thing in the world because Metallica is currently selling a ring for about $400, like a pinky ring for $400.
Now, obviously, when it comes to bands marketing themselves, I still think Kiss is head and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they would slap their name on just about anything. I mean, do you get to the point where you can go too far as a band in selling stuff like this, or is sky's the limit and you're just like, hey man, it's your name, your property, sell whatever you want?
I think at certain points, no, you know what? I mean, when you get to the level and have the legacy that some of these bands do, you could do anything.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to really judge you. Like Kiss, they could put their name on anything.
Yeah, KissCon.
It's totally fine. Metallica, I think, is at that point of their legacy that they could pretty much do anything for money, and I would just overlook it.
Well, I mean, I think they're smart in what they're doing. They're not going full bore like Kiss. It's It's like a Metallica beer. I'm in. I really want to try the Metallica whiskey. I think they've been smart about it, doing things that their fans would be into, and it doesn't completely feel like it's just a big cash grab.
Yeah, once again, I mean, if you're one of those legacy bands like, the Stones, Kiss, Metallica, I mean, bands that have like 40 years under your belt, I'm kind of cool with doing whatever you need to do. You're probably just trying to grab some money before retirement.
All right, coming up next, going to talk about how you can score some tickets to Saliva with the Badass Beard Contest. Hang tight, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
What's up, Rob? How's it going? Wanda said camping for Cotter is actually glamping.
Yes.
Hey, Rob, happy to have you on today. Cotter and I were talking. We've decided on the last show we ever do, we would like to play your band on the radio.
Yes.
So, Rob, will you message us some tracks from your band that we could play safely on American radio? And technically, would this be your American radio debut, Rob? I have lots of questions.
I'm going to grab my coffee.
We thought that would be fun. Oof. Chilly in here. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out this morning with us while I kind of work in this first hour putting together our proposal for Welcome to Rockville for next year. They're going to be announcing the 4 headliners later on today. Morning, Robert Cavino. Thanks for joining us today. Rob, are we playing football tomorrow? I have not heard anything. But I've been putting together that proposal. Hopefully going to have that done here in the next few minutes. Top the 7 o'clock hour. Great question for you all. If you have a story, please share it with us. Drop it into the chat or message us by texting us at 1-800-394-1061. You could call us at that same phone number. Today's question is, have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Tell us your stories. Rob says, sure, I have had a few songs previously played all around the place. Nice. It would be the first for this band in particular.
Cool.
Awesome. Rob, I guess the best way to probably is to email me. If you could do that. I'll drop my email into the chat, but it's pretty easy.
That. All right, there we go.
But there you go, Rob. I just dropped the email into the chat. If you don't mind, snag it and email me some songs.
Cool. Still to come, I think Marshall just talked about the call-in. Going to play some trivia today. Do we have a prize?
We've got a mystery prize, Cotter.
Ooh.
Now, here's the thing. It's a mystery to even us.
Ooh. Even better.
No, I literally, I don't know what it is.
Don't know what it is?
We'll figure it out. Been a little bit of a conundrum before. It's fine. We'll figure this stuff out.
Let's see. Then top of the 8 o'clock hour, Cool Guys will announce the winners from yesterday's matchups. We had what technically was an upset. I don't think it really was an upset.
I mean, yeah, it was an upset. I am upset.
Oh, you're upset. Well, that one wasn't an upset. The other matchup technically was an upset, but once again, I don't think it was.
Okay.
I think, I agree with you. I think that one was more of an upset, even though ranking-wise it wasn't. Big Bald and Sexy, hoping during the 8 o'clock hour to give us an update from day one of Welcome to Rockville. Jeremy Hammons from Underdog Brewing, going to be in studio, top of the 9 o'clock hour, beer for breakfast. Can't wait for that. Find out more about what he's got in store for next year. $700 for RV parking? Balls. That's a little pricey.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's what you'd spend on a hotel.
I was going to say, yeah. It's what you'd spend.
All right, guys, we got one more break, and then we'll call it at least an hour, and then we'll come back top the 7 o'clock hour with our question of the day. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before?
I can't think. I don't have a story.
I've got
There's two people on the Facebook page who's like, oh, Marshall knows.
Well, my wife.
Yeah.
My wife, and then my buddy Dave. I was with him, standing a foot away from him when he may have caused a wreck. And then let's see. After that, yeah, I got hit by a car. So yeah, I've got like 3 stories I could share.
Good, because I don't have any.
I feel like Rob Cavino, if you're still on the chat, do you have a story about getting hit by a car or almost getting hit by a car? I feel like you're almost as dumb shit as me, and have like walked in front of cars in your life. I feel like we're on the same level there. Also, Rob from New Zealand, I feel like maybe you've had some accidents in regards to vehicles that you could probably share with us. Rob goes, I'm at work at the moment, hence the probably legible sentences, so I'll sort it out in the morning. Okay, cool. Oh, good question. Rob, what do you do? We never asked Rob from New Zealand. What do you do for money? Something illegal, I bet. He's in a rock and roll band, Cotter.
Ooh. 3 minutes. Got Fozzie Insane. We'll get into the Badass Beard Contest. Starts Monday. So the top slang terms 2020. This was according to a new study. The 10 most popular slang terms of the year. Ghosted. Fan of that. Salty. On point. Woke. Goat. Extra. Low-key. Catfish. Savage. And thirsty.
So those were words of...
The top 10 most popular slang terms in 2021. Now, here's the slang terms everybody is sick of hearing. Okay, boomer. Bay.
Oh, bag. Bay.
Bye, Felicia. Does people still say that? On fleek.
I thought, man, that one's dead, isn't it?
That's what I thought. Woke, which was also in the top ones. Mansplain. Zazzy.
Never heard. I've never used Zazzy ever.
Yas.
Oh, like Yas Queen.
Yep.
Yas.
Yep. And yeet.
I've used Yas, and I used, what was 2 before that?
Mansplain, Zazzy, Woke, On Fleek, by Felicia, Bay.
I used mansplain in a conversation the other day, and then I used Yas Queen in a text message. So,
top pandemic slang terms: Rona, jab, quarantine and chill.
Does no one use the cocoa? Is that just an original term by me?
I think it is.
All right. If anyone uses the cocoa when explaining COVID-19, please credit me in your conversation.
Quarantine, COVIDiot, Quarantini, Zoom fatigue, Zoom bombing, before times, and Zoomer.
It's Zoomer.
Zoomer. Never heard that one. All right, 45 seconds.
Oh, look at that, Rob, with a story here. Rob, I appreciate it. Rob from New Zealand says, I play with security systems, sometimes bodyguard and all that stuff. Boring as, but pays bills. Nice.
No, that's good, man.
What do you mean by playing with security systems?
Breaking in.
Is he on the dark web, bro?
All right, guys, be right back. Billy, the Badass Rock Show and Rock 1061 give you the Badass Beard Contest. It all starts Monday. Your chance to score tickets for Saliva.
So here's what you need to do. Take a picture of your badass beard, then post it on that post that's going up Monday, and then essentially wait, because at that point, you are in the running to win yourself a pair of tickets to Saliva. But, of course, you need your friends to go like your picture because the person with the most likes will win themselves a pair of tickets.
So it all starts Monday. It is the Badass Beard Contest. Your chance to score tickets for Saliva. Check it out Monday on the Rock 106.1 Facebook page. Call, comment, and text during the 7 o'clock hour. Have you ever almost gotten run over? Or have you actually been hit before? We want those stories now. Couple ways to do so. Call or text 800-394-1061 or get on the chat, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and comment there. But once again, your stories today, have you ever almost gotten run over or have you actually been hit? Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061.
Civic says, my mom didn't like bro or brah.
He also said, don't like bae. Anyone who says bae gets slapped in the face. Made me laugh. I'm going to grab my coffee.
Pop it over here. Perfect. All right, guys. I've officially written the proposal for Welcome to Rockville 2022. So I'm going to shoot that off here real quickly. But once again, they're going to announce the 4 headliners later on today. And then sometime in December, it sounds like, they're going to be announcing the full lineup for the show, which is happening in the middle, I think actually towards the end of May of next year. So we're getting like 2 Welcome to Rockvilles in like 7 months. So it'll be kind of crazy. Sean says, damn it, your stream title now has Grandma Got Run Over by Reindeer stuck in my head. I hate how my effing brain works. That song is Cotter's least favorite Christmas song ever. Fun fact. All right, guys, this is our 9th? Yeah, this is our 9th to last show ever of the Cotter and Marshall Show. Soak it in, as Cotter said. Enjoy it. Only 8 more after this. Just a quick programming heads up. We are off on Monday. Hand up. This is because of me. I'm going to Welcome to Rockville on Sunday, and I didn't want to have to get up after driving back home that night. So I'm taking the damn day off.
I'm all for sleeping in, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear me complain.
I'm gonna do my laundry that day, take a little nap that day. It's going to be a great day on Monday. But once again, our question of the day is, have you ever almost gotten run over or have you actually been hit before? Thank you to Andrew and Bob for dropping in their stories on the chat. If you got a great story, feel free to text us or call us. Phone number 1-800-394-1061. I've drinking 2 cups of Starbucks coffee this week. And now that I don't have Starbucks coffee today,
I know
I'm kind of thinking about Starbucks coffee.
I think they put crack in it.
They do. I think they do put. Can anyone confirm? Has anyone worked at a Starbucks before? How much crack do you have on hand? Rob, for his story, goes, Ryder and I were fine. In fact, we high-fived. No one got hurt.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's great. Simic said, I'd rather listen to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer than eat fruitcake.
Dude.
Well, I mean, one or the other, yeah.
Fruitcake is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So before you got here, Tim Leary and I, who was the morning show host on Bob 106.9, we did this rock versus country type thing, and where we just do stupid challenges for videos. And we played fruitcake cornhole. And the loser had to eat the fruitcake that we used to play cornhole.
Oh, no.
I lost.
You were not a good cornhole player from my history of knowing you over the past 7 years.
Bad? I don't know. It's been a while since I played. Anyway, I lost.
I'm not running to have you on my team.
Well, that's fair. You're not running in general, let's be honest.
True. Hey, neither are you.
That's true. Very true. I did for 3 weeks. But no, I lost. And fruitcake's disgusting anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, so gross.
Yeah. Where's that stupid fucking email now?
Rob, you know what sounds good? The Marshall and Mac show. You're welcome, 106.1.
Oh, yeah. Mac wouldn't like me.
I don't think Mac could do it. I don't think she can handle it. I think she could do it. I think she could host a show. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I think she could physically come into the office that early in the morning. I don't know if she'd like to come into the office that early in the morning. Oh, I got to run down a creative approach today. Ugh.
I like the option you brought up yesterday.
Oh yeah, for the reboot of
I like that option a lot.
Marshall and Marshall show.
Yeah, I think there's lots of positives there.
Yep,
in theory, anyway.
Yeah, we're working towards the reboot of the show. Like I've told a lot of people, the idea is to continue on with the morning show,
right?
And the idea is to do something similar to what we're doing now, just with a different host. And obviously, things will be a little different and weird, but we'll grow into it and we'll prosper.
Rebrand it the Marshall Show, and then that way, if 2 months in, whoever comes in doesn't work, you don't have to change the name again. Bring somebody else in.
Oddly enough, my wife said the same thing.
Really?
She's like, just call it the Marshall Show.
Just call it the Marshall Show. It may be easier.
You don't know who can put up with you. Like, that's actually a solid point. Andrew says, I used to work at Starbucks like 14 years ago. It was effing terrible. How much crack did you have? Cavino says, okay. Stop pulling my leg. I'll do it. I wouldn't mind Bob. I think I could probably get along with Bob.
I mean, you guys get along.
Yeah, we get along. All right, Bob, you're in.
The Marshall and Bob Show.
Yeah, the Marshall and Bob Show. He goes, whoa, perfect title. I feel like he just blew his own mind. Sean, thanks for dropping that story. Once again, our call-in today is all about getting run over by a car or almost getting run over by a car. Feel free to share your stories.
We've got like 10 minutes.
Perfect. Well, I'm still working over here, so talk. Talk, monkey.
Do your thing.
Talk, monkey. There it is.
So every morning now when I get up, my alarm goes off. I've been setting up for like 3:15, treating myself to 15 minutes extra sleep. So every morning I get up, I have my clothes set out most mornings, trying to be quiet, tiptoeing around the room. We've changed everything around, so I'm not sure where everything's at anymore. For the past week and a half, the wife is like, good morning. I'm like, why are you up again? So I overthink things. My wife overthinks things. So now, ever since we started packing, it's getting real. I'm out in 2 weeks from today.
Right.
So, she's now looking at everything that's going to have to take place once I leave. And it's just like nonstop overthinking. I think now at this point in time, I feel like the biggest a-hole on the planet. Because of this.
So what we can expect from Cotter is even more apologizing.
Even more.
Than the normal amount of apologizing that we get, which is still way too much apologizing for a grown-ass man.
I feel so bad. So bad about this when it comes to the wife. She's dealing with the brunt of this.
My wife, she gave me some loving words on the way out this morning. So give my little wife a kiss on the way out. Little smooch.
Right.
Every morning. And this morning, I leaned down and gave her a quick smooch. I'm like, love you, babe. See you later. She goes, hey. She grabs my arm. She goes, grab the spare tire out of my car before you sell it. And I was like, that's the sexiest thing you ever said to me, babe. Sexiest thing she ever said to me. Got me going this morning.
So,
good news. So, bought the wife a new car. Yeah. Her old car still drives, technically. Sitting in the parking lot, I have a company called Junker Clunkers coming to pick it up. And they don't sell like spare. They don't sell like spare tires, or they don't put spare tires in new vehicles anymore. Right. So I had to grab it out of.
Will it work for the new?
I think so. It's an SUV-ish tire.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm keeping it.
No,
they don't get it.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get one. You don't get one.
Morning, Tony. Morning, Morgan. Our second New Zealander.
Morgan, what's going on?
I'm glad to see you've been now inflicted with the Cotter and Marshall Show virus. Thanks for hanging around with us this morning. Tony, good morning. Oh, my God, Sean. Oh, Sean, just a little update on his story. Good Lord. All right, guys, once again, our question of the day. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Share your stories with us in the chat. You can also text us your stories at 1-800-394-1061 or call us up. Same exact number. We're here hanging with you. Speaking of phone calls, Big Bald and Sexy, Charles, will be calling in to the show. I told him to call in like right after trivia when we have have a break today.
That's perfect.
So Charles is going to call in. He's going to give us a review of night 1 of Welcome to Rockville. I told him specifically to take notice of the beer prices, like the food prices, kind of let everyone know what they expect if they are going down today or just sometime over the weekend.
That's good.
I also got an update from our lovely Vic.
Oh, yes. So Vic, he and the family came down with COVID. So he's like, hey, I'm out of the pocket for a minute. And we just hadn't heard from him. We were getting worried.
So, it seems like Vic is doing much better. He has the cocoa.
Still?
So I texted him yesterday. I go, hey, man, how you doing? He goes, I'm doing better, but I'm very bored. I hope to be back at work Monday. I will call you all. And I appreciate all that you do for checking in on me, and I wish I was at Rockville. I wish I was there big time. And I said, good to hear. I'll be there Sunday, just one day for me this year. He goes, okay, bro, take a picture for me, and please, thanks again for all you do for me and my family. I don't know if I do anything for his family, but I was just checking in on him.
Hooked him up with tickets on several occasions.
Yeah.
We're taking care of Vic.
I like Vic. He's a weirdo, but I like Vic most of the time.
Vic is good until it becomes drunk Vic. And then...
yeah, sober Vic's pretty good.
Drunk Vic is a whole other animal.
Family man Vic is a nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy. Drunk Vic, you run for cover.
Yeah, 100%.
I legitly ditched him with another drunk person at our 20th anniversary show.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there is a great way to deter a drunk person is throwing another drunk person at them.
Well, because, I told Vic I'd buy him a drink. And, cool. So he didn't politely come up and remind me that I said I'd buy him a drink.
Yeah.
He demanded that I buy him a drink.
Yeah, he slapped you over the face and buy me a drink, bitch.
Right at that moment.
Vic's a big-time alpha. You wouldn't think that for a man who has like 6 teeth, but he's a big-time alpha.
So we went over, I bought him a drink, and he was getting aggressively angry.
Yeah.
Somebody else came stumbling up to the bar at that point in time. I'm like, oh, this is Vic. And then I turned and left.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened after that.
It's a great move. Oh, Morgan, if you're still on the chat, I was talking to bandmate Rob earlier, and we've decided we're going to play your band on the show.
Last day.
Yes, last day of the show, we are going to play, what's the band called again? Leave the Dead? I think it's called Leave the Dead. We're playing your band. Hopefully. Oh, Mamacita. It just got a whole lot sexier in this chat. Oh, shit.
We got about 4.5 minutes.
All right, great news. I have sent off the Welcome to Rockville proposal. So
okay.
Hopefully next week we will have Welcome to Rockville tickets for giveaway on Rock 106.1.
I like it. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, the plan is to do a social media giveaway because I think they don't want any giveaways to happen until Monday. So we'll do a social media giveaway like via Facebook next week, and then we'll give away tickets via the morning show as well. If you're looking for something to do this weekend and you want to go see a country show, which I know what you're saying, you guys play rock music. I don't like country, but maybe some of you do. Chris Jansen's playing over at Hunter Army Airfield this weekend. Tickets are like $20.
Oh, wow.
They're stupid cheap.
That's great.
Yeah, they're stupid cheap. So if you're looking for something to do, Chris Jansen and Noah Hicks and the Davison Brother Band, I think are all playing over at Hunter Army Airfield tomorrow night.
Oh, that's cool.
Morning, Jeremy. What's going on, man? I haven't heard from Jeremy in a bit. What you been doing, man?
Lots of people on nice and early today. I like it.
So this coming Thursday, we're doing our final Horde meetup with Cotter. I'm not saying it's going to be the last one ever. I hope to have many more in the future.
You're going to have to get together in December for Sean.
Well,
I have to do something.
Yeah, Sean, I don't know. Maybe Sean and I will just get together and have a one-on-one beer. Sean, come over to the house or something. We'll drink some beers. And if you're weird, I'll kick you out.
And cozy up, just put 2 straws in one beer. Just look at each other lovingly in the eyes.
You and me and you drinking beer. This is not weird.
Just announced 1 to 3 inches of snow tomorrow. Minnesota. Sean, thoughts and prayers.
Sean's been watching the show pretty much since we started the Cotter and Marshall show on the stream. And I think every time we bring up the state of Minnesota, I, or him mentions how much it sucks, but he still lives there. So
well, is wife's family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Like, what do we need to do to get you to move away from Minnesota, Sean?
Move his wife's family? Maybe?
Yeah. How much do you like your wife?
How committed are you
How
to this
committed-
relationship?
Yeah. Would you say you like smoking meats more? Or do you like your meat smoked? I mean, choose one. Think about it.
Get him, bold Sean.
And if your wife's listening, you're a lovely lady. And if he did anything, his loss. He's an idiot.
That's funny.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Question of the day. Have you checked the text line?
Yeah, Salsa Mark hit us up.
Good old Salsa Mark.
And with a picture of the car involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Jesus Christ. That's
I
not even
know.
a car. That looks like lasagna. Jeremy says, working and getting that fishing in before the cold weather sets in. I'm always listening. Just don't comment much. All right. Well, good to hear, man.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Good to hear you're doing well.
What are your weekend plans, Marshall?
Going to Welcome to Rockville on Sunday.
Right.
Obviously, a few people have already hit me up saying they want to buy me a beer. We'll see how real that is when I actually show up and ask for said beer. I won't go Vic on them. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe they'll give me the beer. Tonight, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. That's actually a really great question. Tomorrow, may play football with the boys. Haven't done that in a long time.
That's been a minute.
And I'm really out of shape, even further than I usually am. So this is going to be horrific.
We got about a minute 15. Sorry. You want obviously?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah. I'm going to use Steve's story from the Facebook page.
So I'm going to do the first story I'll do, and I can start off each break with a story.
Perfect, yeah.
So the first break that I'll do is the story about my buddy David down in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And then it's not the longest one.
Okay.
But it's a good one. So I'll go first, and you've got...
I'm going to read Steve's from Facebook.
Do you want me to do one after that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if that one's shorter, I think we can probably squeeze in another.
Okay.
We've gotten several on the chat, right?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple off the chat. I don't have any shorter
ones. I mean, there's several on the Facebook page if you got those handy.
I don't yet, but let's pretend like I will.
Fair enough.
Sorry, yesterday was a complete crapshoot with finishing up presentation stuff, and yeah, I'm definitely behind.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit? We want those stories. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Good morning. Thank you for being part of the show on air and on the stream this morning. If you haven't done the stream thing yet, do it. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join the horde. Watch the show each and every morning. This hour, taking your calls, comments, and text. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit? You can call and text 800-394-1061 or comment on the chat.
So, Cotter, this first story that I have for you today actually happened to me last year, and it didn't exactly happen to me. It happened to my buddy Dave Ratz.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to very specifically say he is the person that instigated this incident before I jump into it. So this is last year. I want to say sometime in the late summer-ish time. So it's a little over a year ago. We are in downtown Jacksonville. It's my buddy Dave, me, and our wives.
Right.
And we wanted to go have there's a couple craft breweries down in the downtown Jacksonville area. So we're going to one of said breweries. So the street we're on, I think it's called Main Street. It's a big fancy street, and it's a lot of shopping, lots of like artsy and cute places. And there is walkways across the street where there's like a fancy median, and the median is filled with like flowers and everything. So just imagine we're standing right in the middle, and we're waiting for cars to clear. Now, according to signs on that street,
right,
cars are supposed to stop if they see people in the median, right?
Kind of like downtown Savannah.
Right.
Okay.
No one's stopping. So my buddy Dave is getting upset at the process because we've been standing there for like 30 seconds, car after car after car. So my buddy Dave throws his hands up. So this driver sees it, and he kind of slams on the brakes. Now, he stops just before the medium. Now, he didn't come close to hitting us there.
Right.
So at that point, my buddy Dave says some choice words like, "It's about time you blanking blinker." And I was like, hilarious, Dave. Now, I kind of look to my left at that exact moment, and I hear a very large crashing sound. And Dave is thrown into me. Dave's a skinny guy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So when Dave is thrown into me, he bounces right off. So what happened was when Dave threw his hands up, the driver slammed on his brakes. Obviously, at that point, the person behind the guy who slammed on his brakes didn't exactly notice that.
Oh.
So we had a collision within like 2 feet of us. Now, we didn't really get hit, but we almost got hit. Now, the funniest part of this story is the gentleman who hit the driver who slammed on his brakes. He was driving like a gold Impala,
right?
Early 2000 model, maybe. A white tank top. His airbag went off.
No.
So he is stunned at the moment, and this is true. So when the airbag went off, I heard the noise. I look over. This gentleman gets hit, and he is dazed.
Oh, yeah.
And he takes a huge puff off his vape, grape flavored, because I could smell the cloud that comes out. And he goes, "What the Blake?" And then he rolled back a little bit, and then he just took off.
Oh,
it was a complete hit and run. It was a complete hit and run situation. And there's so many levels to this story of what was going on. My friend freaking out because no one was stopping. One gentleman who obviously was upset at my buddy for throwing his hands up because no one was stopping.
Right.
That gentleman got hit by another guy who was smoking a grape vape and then just took off in a hit and run situation. There was a lot going on there.
Did you guys have to stick around and wait for the cops to show up?
Now, out of respect for the entire process, we were very thirsty and left. So we didn't even stick around. We were just like, "You okay?" And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, cool." And we walked away.
Because, I mean, technically, he was kind of involved in this crash.
No, technically, we saw a crash happen right in front of us.
I mean, you were involved in a hit and run.
It was very hot.
You literally ran.
It was very hot. I didn't run. I walked. I walked to the bar. The bar was so. I mean, dude. The brewery was like right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So not my fault. And once again, I pointed out at the beginning of the story, Dave was the instigator.
That's
Technically,
true.
It was Dave's fault.
That's true.
Yeah. So there you go.
Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit? That is today's question. Steve hit us up on Facebook. He said, "Yeah. I was too young to remember, probably 3-ish. I ran into the street and was hit by a car.
Oh.
People thought I was dead.
I would think he was dead, too.
They wouldn't let my mom come out to see. I guess the car tire was resting against my head."
He's alive?
I ended up being fine, no injuries. The man who hit me was a mess, though. Not his fault at all. I guess I used one of my 9 lives.
Wow.
Dude, that's crazy.
Or is this guy dead? Did a ghost just write into the show?
It is Savannah.
Is that our first ghost?
Maybe.
That's incredible. All right, guys, once again, our question of the day is, have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? We got a story from Dennis on the Facebook page I wanted to share. He goes, "Yep, I got hit by a car in England." He goes, "Young, stupid, and maybe a bit drunk at 11. Looked the wrong way and heard brakes squealing, jumped and got hit in the leg.
Ooh.
They gave a dirty look and drove off." He goes, "I had a bruise from my knee to the hip for the next few weeks, but I was fine outside of that."
All right, more of your calls, comments, and texts. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit? 800-394-1061. Got more of your stories after Greta Van Fleet, Built by Nations. Rock 1061.
Whoever was calling us, call us back.
Yeah, I know.
Share your stories with us. For this next break, I could tell a story about me. I could tell a story about my wife. I got stories about cars and getting hit.
Speaking of cops showing up, morning, Rhett.
Uh-oh, Popo's here. Everyone put away your drugs. Charles is up. Morning. Got back to the room about 12:30. Crashed and still slept till 6:45.
Nice. Jeremy, we're going to do a Final Torture Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the show, where I will relive past tortures.
We both will.
Are you going to do them too? I was gonna take one for the team.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, sure, that's great.
Yeah, no, I figured as I was going out the door. I'll take all of them. We're gonna relive some of our greatest hits. We don't have a treadmill, but we still have some Legos. Right? Oh, I think that thing's in my office.
Yeah,
I need to take that with me.
Charles, we'll talk to you after trivia this morning if you're still good to go. We'll go ahead and call you if that's okay. Or you can call us. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Either one. All right, we got about 2 minutes. Back at it. So you can tell.
I'll tell a story about how I got hit. As a kid.
Okay. Tony. I'm wondering if Tony is just trolling us at this point in time or if he was just this big of a Alexa Terry fan. Tony is the guy who pops on, when we ask our question and comments about how he wishes Alexa Terry was still in the air. Tony Caulfield, run over by new format that took Alexa Terry off the air at 106.1.
I mean, it's not really a new format. I mean, we just put on a new show.
Yeah.
Changing the format, Tony, if you were smart enough, you would know that changing format in radio would be the changing of the music to some sort of genre of music. But, Tony, you're just, what's the word for it, Cotter? Tony's too fucking stupid.
Damn.
To know that difference. And Tony's also a guy that spends his time running over to our social media every time we ask a question to bring up Lex and Terry, which is two gentlemen who've been very successful in their lives, and I really do wish them the best. But, Tony, if you get time, maybe you can find something to stick up your ass.
He's the one staying, guys.
But, Tony, that's only if you have enough time. I understand. I mean, things are really busy, holiday time. I mean, Cotter, he literally does nothing every day. He packs one box, puts it in the garage, and he lays down for 8 hours. And that's his nap. Yeah, he gets up and he, of course, has dinner, spends time with the wife, and he goes back to sleep for another couple hours. So,
yeah. I got about 35 seconds. So you do yours. I will share Caleb's story.
Rob says, does trying to see if you could jump over a car like in the movies count as a hit, or is it just stupidity, asking for a friend? No, it looks super cool, and it kind of that relates to my story quite a bit.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Want your stories? Call, comment, and text now. We are taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning, 800-394-1061. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? I've got no stories here, man, but
what?
You are loaded with stories.
Yeah. It turns out I am the dumber one between us.
You're the walking target.
I guess so. This one happened to me when I was quite young. So there was an open field next to some railroad tracks growing up. It doesn't involve a train, thankfully. So we would play home run derby right next to my house all the time, me and the kids that I grew up with. Well, one day, a person that went to like high school, a couple years older than us, that we all knew, decided to drive by while we were playing home run derby. I was in the outfield, and they came onto the grass, and they started driving towards me. And I'm like, they're not going to hit me. Well, they didn't want to. They hit the brakes. But that morning, it was still the grass was still quite wet from the rain and the dew and everything. So I thought there's no way this car is going to hit me. So I just stood there, and I was just giving them the double bird, kind of like Eli Manning. I would do it now, but the FCC would yell at me on the live stream. And they slid right into me. So I rolled up onto the hood, like one of those like Hollywood movie rolls. This is what I imagine. I mean, obviously, I don't know because I'm going through the process.
Right.
I rolled up onto their windshield, almost got onto the roof where the brakes finally really kicked in, where I kind of rolled back down.
And then they ran over you.
Did not roll over me, thankfully. So I had, outside of like a small bruise on my hip, that was the only thing that I got from this whole process. Obviously, that person yelled at me for not getting out of the way.
You didn't move, man.
I didn't think I was going to be ran over by a car. And they obviously were hitting the brakes. They didn't think they were going to hit me, but they yelled at me, and then they drove away. And everyone was like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But what the hell was that?
How fast do you think the car was going approximately at that point?
I mean, they whipped around the corner. I mean, probably 15-ish miles an hour, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like an egregious amount of speed, but they were also hitting the brakes at that point, so I don't know how fast, but I honestly did not think they were going to come and hit me with a car that day.
I don't think anybody expects to be hit with a car any day.
Yeah, most days. I mean, some days I think I deserve to be ran over by a car, but that day I was just playing baseball like a kid does in outfield.
All right, have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Caleb hit us up on Facebook. He said, I got hit by a car in a Food Lion parking lot. I pushed off and was riding the cart. You know how you like push off and you jump up on it, riding the cart?
Yeah.
So he's riding the cart through the parking lot, and a car backed out of her parking spot really fast and slammed into him. He said pretty hard. Everything kind of went flying. He said, luckily, I didn't have any breakable items, and I was okay. She actually offered to pay him afterwards.
Yeah.
But he declined.
Oh, I would have took the money.
I would have taken the money.
Yeah.
He said it was more funny than painful.
Yeah. I mean, it's embarrassing, especially if you're walking away with no injuries, and you see your green beans fly like 20 yards, hit another car. You're like, oh, man. But if she's like, here's $500, let's never talk about this again, I'd be like, absolutely. Let's never talk about this again.
I'd take that. All right, more of your stories coming up. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit? 800-394-1061.
Got a bunch of stories here. Jeremy says, y'all didn't even take over after Lex and Terry. Two guys named Chris was Tony needs to harass the them. Yep, absolutely.
No, you know what? And two guys named Chris took a bullet because I would not have wanted to follow Lex.
Oh, no, yeah.
Following two guys named Chris, it was like we were heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, Lex and Terry, I mean, they were on for 20 years. Once again, great guys, very successful.
The guys are awesome. I mean, I've worked with several syndicated morning shows, a lot of them just a-holes. Mm-hmm. They are two really cool guys.
Yeah.
D is awesome.
Got a call here?
Rock 1061, who's this?
It's Tony. Good morning, gents. Good morning, Horde. How is everyone?
Doing good.
So the only time I've ever almost been hit is why I hate Walmart even more than most people. My kids were a little bit younger, and if anybody's known me for any amount of time, I'm not a quiet person, and I will tell you when I'm mad, it is not an issue. So the kids and I are walking to our car, and my daughter's best friend is with us. We're pushing the shopping cart, and as we're pushing the shopping cart, the car starts to back up, and I'm starting to yell. I'm like, hey. I'm literally kicking their bumper. I'm like, I'm here. Kids kind of take off, and it's the car that's literally right next to ours. So she pulls forward and gets out. She's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, you're bad? I was like, dude, you almost hit me. I'm like, and my kids, I'm literally kicking your bumper. She's like, well, I didn't see you. And I'm like, obviously you didn't see me. I was like, dude, you got to start checking mirrors before you get there. To which she's like, well, your beep, 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 beep ass was paying attention. I'm like, oh, hell no. I start losing it. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Are you serious? You back up into me. Meanwhile, my kids and her best friend are like throwing the groceries in the car. They cannot get the groceries in the car quick enough. My daughter and my daughter's best friend get in the car. They're sitting there. My son is standing there going, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. I'm like, get in the car. And she's like, well, maybe you should finally. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. Somehow her backing into me became my fault. I'm still not sure how that happened. Mm-hmm. I move out of the way as she backs up. Her friend rolls down the window and throws like one of those big Sam's Club drinks kind of things at me and tells me that I'm a beep and beep and that I can suck some things that I really don't need to. And then, it was a full drink, and it just drops to the ground. I didn't get wet or anything, and I was like, joke's on you. Now you don't have a drink. So this is why I hate Walmart, and the only time I've almost been hit.
Joke's on you, idiot. You won't be hydrated now.
I know. I mean, yeah. So I avoid Walmart as like the plague if I can.
I get you.
And it was so cute. Couple walking by, this husband and wife walking by with their kid. And the husband looks at me, and I look at him, and he's like, "Only at Walmart." I was like, "Right?" So, y'all have a great day. Everyone at Rockville, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay out of the sun.
There you go. All right, thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, we got a couple stories on the Rock 106.1 text line.
Okay.
4 of them, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I saw Tracy's. I haven't read through it yet. I didn't see the rest of them. Please. Let me edit this up real quick, guys. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, back on the stream here. Thanks for hanging around while Cotter was editing up that call. Once again, taking your calls, comments, and texts for our question of the day. Have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Cotter, I've got stories from Sean, and then on the text line, I've got one from Tracy that I wanted to share as well.
All right. Well, you want to do Sean's, Tony's, Tracy's out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's good.
All right, so I'll intro, you do Sean's, play Tony's, come back, you do Tracy's, and then we'll head right into trivia.
How much time we got? We're 2 minutes
Yeah, 2
before we
minutes.
jump back on.
Yep.
Sounds good. Like someone on our social media, his name's Robert. He goes, I've been hit by a couple of cars in my life, and then he tagged people.
You sons of bitches.
Hey, you piece of crap. Yeah, I'll do Sean's, and then I have Tracy's on the text line. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Tracy's. I'll finish with Tracy's.
Yep.
It's have you read that one?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I saw it, but yeah,
it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, good. Perfect.
All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging out with the Cotter and Marshall Show today. Thank you for all your messages. We'll try to get to some we didn't get to in between trivia here.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I made sure I wrote a brand new game of trivia so you couldn't yell at me about possibly.
I just wondered, because there were several questions I'm like, I'm either having deja vu or I remember these questions.
So I use a service, which I've never told you because I didn't want you to go there and take my questions, or we'd have the same questions against one another.
Right.
But I use a service called randomtriviagenerator.com.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
No, it's fantastic. You should use it. You'll thank me now. But I use that, and then what I do is I just literally copy and paste their questions, and that's what I use.
Not very random if they're giving you the same S.
They haven't split into categories.
Oh, okay.
So you can go through different categories.
I'll have to check it out, because I will continue to write trivia for the bar trivia stuff here, even though I'm gone.
Charles says, after that 6.5-hour trip to get to Daytona yesterday, 5 hours of show, I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
I get that.
Charles, why did it take 6.5 hours? Was it just traffic?
All right, guys, be right back. Have you ever almost gotten run over by a car or vehicle, or have you actually gotten hit before? Great stories this morning. You can still comment and text 800-394-1061.
So Sean hit us up on the stream this morning and said, I almost got run over at the intersection of Chevis Road and Highway 17. It was a long time ago, back before they had a light there. He said, I got rear-ended by some lady that didn't have a license, and she tried to do a little hit-and-run action, but got caught at the Circle K down at Quaco and Highway 17. She got arrested, went to jail, and then got sentenced in court a month later. And then he followed that story up with, she got 3 counts of, wait for it, endangerment to a child, hit and run, driving without a license, no green card, stolen plates on her vehicle. When she left the scene, she ran over my foot and broke the growth plate in my left foot.
No.
She got some charges for that, too. They threw the book at her.
Wow. I don't blame him.
Yeah. It's huge. Wow, that's a crazy story, Sean.
All right, have you ever almost gotten run over, or have you actually been hit before? Tony, Horde member, hitting us up with a call.
My kids were a little bit younger, and if anybody's known me for any amount of time, I'm not a quiet person, and I will tell you when I'm mad, it is not an issue. So the kids and I are walking to our car, and my daughter's best friend is with us. We're pushing the shopping cart, and as we're pushing the shopping cart, the car starts to back up, and I'm starting to yell. I'm like, hey, hey. I'm literally kicking their bumper. I'm like, I'm here. So she pulls forward and gets out. She's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, you're bad? I was like, dude, you almost hit me. I'm like, and my kids, I'm literally kicking your bumper. She's like, well, I didn't see you. And I'm like, obviously you didn't see me. I was like, dude, you got to start checking mirrors before you get there. To which she's like, beep, 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 beep. Ass was paying attention. I'm like, oh, hell no. I start losing it. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Are you serious? You back up into me. Somehow her backing into me became my fault. I'm still not sure how that happened. I move out of the way as she backs up. Her friend rolls down the window and throws like one of those big Sam's Club drinks kind of things at me and tells me that I'm a beep and beep and that I can things that I really don't need to. And then, it was a full drink, and it just drops to the ground. I didn't get wet or anything, and I was like, joke's on you. Now you don't have a drink.
I love Tony. Tony is one of those people that I don't want to be on the wrong side of.
No, I mean, so on the live stream yesterday, I said something to the effect of, hey, Alexa, purchase something that I can't say live on the air. And she actually came into our office and yelled at me for that. So don't worry, I'll keep doing that.
That's good.
It's hilarious.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, she's a lady you don't want to mess with. All right, we got one more story, then we'll wrap up the question of the day. We'll dive right into trivia, where we'll be giving away a mystery prize. Here's one more story, Cotter. Hey, guys, my name is Tracy. So one time, the hood latch broke on my car as I was driving to school, and I was 16. So the hood flipped up and smashed the windshield.
Oh, no.
And I turned my hazards on, but I couldn't see to move off of the road. And some people came up behind me after a few minutes and had to slam on their brakes because they weren't paying attention. So there was a 4-car pileup because of me, behind me. And I was upset. So I called my dad to figure everything out on what to do. He told me to leave. I was like, but the cops need to come. I need to talk to the cops. And he was just saying, it's not your fault. Go ahead and leave. So I left.
What? What? I mean, she got to be easy to track down. It's the car with the hood and its windshield.
Yeah, with no windshield at all. So back 20 years ago, if you were in an accident because some random car was stopped in the middle of traffic with their hood up, it's kind of Tracy's fault.
All right, guys, thank you so much for the calls, comments, and texts today. Absolutely great stories. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? 1 round of trivia, 7 questions, 60 seconds. Do you have what it takes?
I hope so, because today you are going to win a mystery prize. Cotter, what is the mystery?
It's a mystery.
Well, is it a mystery inside of a mystery?
I think so.
Is it like an Inception-styled mystery?
Only the best are.
Oh, my gosh. My mind just blew. I mean, this is insane, guys. All right, so here's the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. If you want to play Are You Smarter Than Community College Dropout Trivia, hit us up right now, 1-800-394-1061 for the prize that's full of mystery.
Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout is next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Hey, Alexa, buy 12 dildos on Amazon.
Rock 1061, who's this? Oh, I got to take that damn. Rock 1061, who's this?
This is Patrick.
Patrick, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you, man?
Not doing too bad. Where are you calling in from today?
I'm on the road, but in Savannah. I'm dropping kids off at school and things like that.
Oh, beautiful, man. All right, who do you want to take on in trivia, myself or Marshall?
I don't know. Who's dumber?
It depends on the day.
Yeah. I mean, how about this? Cotter's leaving, and he's a son of a bitch for that. Do you just want to give Cotter a loss before he leaves?
Yeah, let's do our best to try to embarrass him, the traitor.
How is this catching on?
I love
How is this catching
Traitor.
Good luck, man.
All right, Patrick, here's the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. If you don't know the answer to one of these questions, say pass, and we'll try to come back to it if there's enough time. Other than that, there's a couple multiple choice questions. I'll let you know when we come into those. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
All right, time's going to begin after I ask the first question. The first question is multiple choice today. Question 1 goes like this. What is Jimmy Carter's middle name? Is it Earl or Jack?
Earl.
That is correct. Question number 2. Mila Kunis played what role on That 70s Show?
Oh, the only hot chick. I can't remember the name, though. Pass.
Pass. All right, perfect. Question number 3 is multiple choice. When was the modern tire first introduced to the market? Was it 1887, 1888, or 1889?
1888.
Incorrect. Question number 4. Which Apollo mission was launched on April 11th, 1970?
13.
That is correct. Question number 5. Who is the main actor in the movie A Beautiful Mind?
The Gladiator. Russell Crowe.
That is correct. Question number 6. What Spanish-speaking nation got its name from its position on the equator?
Ecuador.
That is correct. Question number 7 is multiple choice. What is the point value of the letter Q in a standard game of Scrabble? Is it 4, 6, or 10?
10.
That is correct. Back to question number 2. Mila Kunis played what role on That 70s Show?
I still can't damn Stacy.
Incorrect. All right, man. You got 5 out of 7 today. Really good. Cotter? Patrick got 5 out of 7 today.
Man.
So you got to at least get 5 for the tie.
All right.
Patrick, hang on the line for us.
Not feeling good about this, guys.
The prize is full of mystery. Cotter's brain may be full of mystery as well. Could lead to his downfall.
Yeah.
All right, Cotter, you know the rules. Let's go ahead and get into it. First question is multiple choice. Here we go. What is Jimmy Carter's middle name? Is it Earl or Jack?
Jimmy Jack Hart? No. I'm going to say Earl.
That is correct.
Okay.
Question number 2. Mila Kunis played what role on That 70s Show?
Damn it. Pass. I don't know.
Question number 3 is multiple choice. When was the modern tire first introduced to the market? Was it 1887, 1888, or 1889?
87.
That is correct. Question number 4. Which Apollo mission was launched on April 11th, 1970?
13.
That is correct. Question number 5. Who is the main actor in the movie A Beautiful Mind?
Gladiator. Russell Crowe.
That is question. That's correct. He said the same exact thing. Question number 6. Which Spanish-speaking nation got its name from its position on the equator?
Ecuador.
That is correct. Question number 7. What is the point value of the letter Q in the standard game of Scrabble? Multiple choice. Is it 4, 6, or 10?
10.
That is correct. Cotter, with that, you take the win.
Oh, my God.
6 out of 7.
Patrick, you scared me for a second. I want to go like undefeated in my last streak here. I thought I was going to lose right away. Oh, dear God.
All right, Patrick, here's the deal.
It was close. It was close.
Oh, so close. Good game, man.
You won yourself a mystery prize. What's the mystery? We don't even know. But to be honest, it's a future pair of concert tickets. To which concert? We don't exactly know, but we'll hook you up. Don't worry about it. We got your phone number, and I'll be in contact here in the future with some good news for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Patrick. See you, man.
All right, Cotter, let's go ahead and go over the correct answers. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Give you a little run for your money there.
I legitly sweating that one.
All right, question number 1, what is Jimmy Carter's middle name? It is Earl. Question number 2, Mila Kunis played what role on That 70s Show? Jackie.
Yeah, I would never have gotten that.
Question number 3, when was the modern tire first introduced to the market? Here's the question that I'm guessing got you the win with a pure guess. It was 1887. You got that one correct. He got it wrong. Question number 4, which Apollo mission was launched on April 11th, 1970? That'd be Apollo 13. Question number 5, yes, was the gladiator guy, Russell Crowe, who played the main role in A Beautiful Mind. Question number 6, which Spanish-speaking nation got its name from its position on the equator? That would be Ecuador. And question number 7, what is the point value of the letter Q? It is 10.
All right, back at it on Tuesday. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Tune in 7:30, your chance to play and win. Coming up, top of the 8 o'clock hour, Cool Guy Tournament continues, and we're in to round number 2.
Ooh.
We'll tell you the first matchups. Coming up, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Cotter's got to edit that audio up, so hang out. All right, guys, we're back on the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us while Cotter was editing up Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia? Do appreciate you hanging out with us on this beautiful Friday of ours. Welcome to Rockville Weekend. Tonight, Metallica takes the stage. They're doing two distinct sets according to the history of what they've been playing this year. They'll do one set that is the Black Album only, and then they'll add in a bunch of, big-time Metallica hits on the back side of it. And then the other set, they'll do just like a straight-up Metallica greatest hits show.
If you had to pick one to see, which one do you want?
I want to see the Black Album.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I've seen Metallica half a dozen times now. I mean, I want to see the Black Album front to back. Actually, you know what? I think they play it back to front.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they end it with Enter Sandman.
Makes sense.
And then they just go into a bunch of hits. But yeah, I would obviously love to be a part of the Black Album night. So I'm going to Welcome to Rockville on Sunday. So I'm hoping the process is easy. I heard parking's kind of expensive. I heard it's like $30-$40.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you're only going once.
Yeah, I'm just going the one day. And then I'm going to show up late and then leave early. So I'm the exact opposite of what you want in an NFL quarterback. But yeah, now I got a weird kind of crazy day today, Cotter. So I've got to sell my wife's car. They're supposed to call me in between 8 and noon today.
Okay.
And to let me know when they're coming. They're supposed to show up within that time frame as well. And then I'm also doing our 2022 promotional budget presentation to A-Dub today.
Okay.
So no pressure, right?
None.
But I have to do all of that, and those could like cross over.
Oh,
so in the
true.
middle of a presentation, I could look at A-Dub and be like, I'm going to need a 5-minute break, and then go out and sell my wife's car.
Got to sell a car.
Yeah, so that should be fun. Actually, now is a perfect time for us to call Charles. Charles, if you're on the stream, feel free to call us up right now if you have a chance.
Yeah, let me just switch out one thing, and I'm good.
Charles, a.k.a. Big Bald and Sexy, is down at Welcome to Rockville right now. Saw Slipknot last night headline the Thursday show, which originally was supposed to be Nine Inch Nails.
Okay.
Holly, we gave away a mystery prize. Charles says he'll call in about 2 minutes. Perfect.
Sounds good.
Breaking news, Winter the Dolphin passed away last night. Winter had the prosthetic tail.
Oh,
I think it was the dolphin from the Dolphin Tale movie, right? Yeah. Didn't they make a movie about that? Morning, Mac.
Tony said everyone's Alexa is now awake. I may have to change her awake word.
Like woke up. Hey, Alexa, woke up. All right, guys, coming up here inside the show for the rest of the day, we're going to be talking about the Cool Guy Tournament coming up next. Going to be talking about our first matchups of round number 2. We'll also give you the details on the Badass Beard contest we're doing. And then, of course, Charles will be calling in. We'll be playing back his call here in a little while as well. Plus, Jeremy Hammons of Underdog Brewing, the brand new brewery here in Savannah that's opening up here in the next couple months. He'll be swinging in to talk about his favorite craft beers and what people can expect from his brewery.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. We've had a chance to talk to him several times, just kind of about what the brewery is going to be. Mm-hmm. A little bit different than what you're getting in other places, which is always good. I like variety, so I think he's going to have a nice little niche with what he plans on doing. So I'm excited. And he's just a great guy.
Yeah, and I've always loved Jeremy for the fact that anytime I bring up any style of beer to him, he is game. He's never been like, no, I'm not doing that. Cherry, pumpkin, weird stout, sours. Those don't exist, Marshall. He always has a glint in his eye about what beer he could make, no matter what stupid thing comes out of my mouth. Yeah. So I'm excited to talk to Jeremy today in regards to the dumb ideas that I have.
And if you guys have ever seen the band the Trainwrecks live, he's the drummer.
Oh,
so there you go.
Oh, yeah, I always forget that.
He's the drummer of the Trainwrecks and various other. He sits in. I know he sat in for Damon and the Kickers before and various other bands, but I think the main drumming gig is with Trainwrecks.
Yeah, Jeremy was in Charleston or something last weekend because I wanted Jeremy to come in last Friday for beer for breakfast, but he's like, I'm out of town. Doing a gig. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, Jeremy's a cool guy. Can't wait to have him in.
All right, that should be Charles.
Rock 1061, who's this?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good morning.
Yeah, the kids are still asleep, so I had to get out of the room, came outside. So.
Fair enough. Now, obviously talking to Charles, Big Bald and Sexy, down in Daytona for Welcome to Rockville. Your journey was just epic from the get-go, because it took you 6.5 hours to get to Daytona even to start?
Yeah, it sucked because we stopped south of Jacksonville to eat lunch. We got back on the interstate, made a little time, and then all of a sudden there was a screeching halt. We found out that a trucker had not tightened his load down, and a bunch of granite slabs fell into the middle of I-95.
Oh, crap.
Oh my God,
Dude.
And we were in that spot where you could not get off the interstate.
Oh, yeah.
So how long were you stuck there for?
It took us 2.5 hours to go 7 miles.
Oh my God.
That sucks.
So it was 3 lanes down to 1 on 95 with everybody heading to Daytona or wherever. So
Well,
once we got past it, we made good time, got right here. So.
All right, well, let's get past, obviously, the traffic jams. Let's get into Welcome to Rockville, brand new venue. How was getting into the venue? Was it easy from where you were coming from, your hotel?
Well, we stayed, we're about a mile, not quite a mile from the Speedway.
Well played.
Yeah.
But we went ahead and took an Uber, and it was my first Uber ever. So I broke my cherry on the Uber. And anyway, so yeah, we went right up there and parked. It is a big place.
Yeah.
We were, due to the traffic, we didn't get there we didn't get into the venue till 5, right before Dorothy came on. And that was the stage Slipknot was playing on. We just kind of parked there.
Nice.
So it's nice, big, wide open space. They've got food and beer lined up down the sides. They had somebody playing at one of the smaller stages. It was loud. They sucked. I didn't watch it. But plenty of staff at the venue, plenty of porta potties, plenty of the devil's lettuce.
Ah, the devil's lettuce.
Okay.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be prepared to be high.
Yes.
Cotter, you're missing out, buddy.
I'm so missing out. So many things.
All right, Charles, I got 2 questions for you before we let you go.
Okay.
First question, when it comes to the beer, was the beer reasonably priced, or am I paying like $15 a beer?
It's $10 a beer. Those are
What to be expected.
Yeah.
screw tops. So I've got some pricing for you so you can prepare to go get a second loan before you come down.
Okay.
All right. So beers, the screw top, Bud. They got Bud, Bud Light, and Mick Ultra. $10.
Ugh.
They've got a Space Dust IPA.
Oh, Elysian.
9%.
And then Marshall's favorite, Bud Light Seltzer.
Hell yeah, dude.
Those are $12.
Oh,
Cocktails running. Yeah, cocktails running the $13 to $18 range.
oh my God. They got to make up. They got to make up that money that they didn't do Welcome to Rockville for like the last 2 years. All right. Well,
Exactly.
let's get past that. Let's get right into the review of the show. I know you were only there for the last couple of bands, but Charles, how did the night go? How was Slipknot? Break it down for us real quick.
Okay, well, I'll start out with Dorothy.
Okay.
Listen to a little bit of Dorothy fan music. It's okay. She is a smoke show.
Oh yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. So black leather pants, tank top. Yeah, it was nice. But they put on a really good show.
Yeah.
And then a day to remember, another band that I don't listen to a lot. But, you know, when you get to a festival, they turn the bass up, and everything's loud, and it just sounds different than the studio. So it was a really, really, really good show.
Oh, nice.
So I enjoyed that. And then about time they got over, I had a good spot, and the kids were in front of me. They had a good spot on the rail, on the side rail, so not getting crushed. Well, about the time the A Day to Remember ended, I realized I needed to go to the bathroom. I was about to pee down my leg, but I couldn't lose my spot.
Right.
So I struggled through Slipknot with a full bladder.
Oh.
But
Did you
but
piss
it
yourself?
was worth. No, I made it through. I made it through. I'm a big boy. So, but Slipknot was incredible. They always are. But Clown was not there. He is apparently recovering from some surgery.
Oh.
So whoever took Sean's place, he was bouncing back and forth playing both sets of those drums.
Okay.
So he was. I mean, I bet that dude is in traction right now. He moves around so much.
Well, that's incredible. It's good to hear that Slipknot put on a great show. It's been some time since I've seen Slipknot.
Oh yeah, they were tight. I mean, the sound was great. Corey Taylor was incredible as always. So.
Did they play any new?
show.
Did they play any new music outside of the Chapeltown Rag song? I'm guessing they played.
No, Chapeltown's about the only thing they played that was new.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Charles, appreciate you calling in. Day one report from Big Bald and Sexy over at Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah, no problem. Now I got to go. I got to get a quick workout in, and then get ready for another 12 hours of standing on my 4 feet.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Have fun, man.
All right, hey, Marshall, let me know when you get here. I'm gonna hook up.
Absolutely. You're gonna buy me a beer, I heard.
That's it. I got plenty of money.
All right, Charles. Thanks,
Thanks,
buddy.
man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Talk to you.
See ya. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and tackle that right now and get that edited up. We'll be back.
All right, guys, back on the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. Connor just edited up that call from Big, Bald, and Sexy. We're going to play that backside of this hour before we get Jeremy Hammons on from Underdog Brewing. Once again, thanks, Charles, for calling in this morning, giving us that day one report. Everyone listening here in Savannah will definitely appreciate that, especially if they're heading down to the show or just wanted the info on the show.
So we'll just need to start. We can open it up with just asking him how much beers are because he starts right in with $10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. We've got about 3.5 minutes.
Okay, before we jump into Cool Guy Tournament, we'll let you guys know who won the final round one matchup from last night, and then we'll dive right into round number 2, including some of those final round matchup people last night. What are you doing this weekend? You doing anything fun?
Saturday. So our house, I got somebody coming over taking pictures of the house today at 1:30. Hope to have the house officially on the market tomorrow. Our realtor was like, be prepared to be out of the house Saturday and Sunday because people will want to come see it.
Yeah.
That soon? They're like, yes. So Saturday, I got at least one wedding to go to and maybe a reception. I don't know yet. I may just take my dog and go to like the coastal.
Just
the dog's got to get out of the house. Cats are going to stay in the house when people come in. Dog's got to get out.
Yeah.
So I may just go to coastal a little bit on Saturday, and then Sunday, I may go back to coastal with the dog. I don't know. Go to the draft room, have some beers there. If that many people are coming over. So yeah, I plan on doing more packing, but it just may be avoiding the house.
I don't think you're going to be able to get out of that house enough time with your 1 box a day method. So.
We're doing really good. We're to the point. The garage is a disaster. I'm hoping we have some time on Sunday because as we get ready for pictures and stuff like that, it's like throw it in the garage because they're not going to take a picture of that. So the garage right now is just a mess. So that is going to be a chunk of my weekend if I have some time.
Rhett chimed in with a story real quick. Rhett says, the wifey is always telling the kids, be careful on the stairs. Don't play on the stairs. And what did she do this morning? Slipped down the stairs today, twisted her knee. That's what she gets, Rhett. She deserved that. A couple side notes that I definitely want to get to while we have a few minutes of time before we jump back on the air. First and foremost, we are off on Monday.
Yep.
I'm going to Welcome to Rockville on Sunday. Hand up, my fault we're not doing a show on Monday, but don't worry. For the rest of the time that Cotter is here, we are doing live shows outside of that. So off on Monday. Second thing I want to hit up, next Thursday is our final Horde meetup with Cotter. So that's going to be Thursday, November 18th.
Day before my birthday.
Day before Cotter's birthday. Bring presents, preferably. What would Cotter want? Empty boxes.
Oh, yeah. If you have empty boxes, I will legitimately take those.
Go to Home Depot and buy one $3 medium-sized box to give to Cotter. So that's the gift he wants the most. And then starting at 6 o'clock next Thursday over at the Draft Room at Berwick, which is on 17, there's a Kroger complex that's got like there's a sushi place, a brand new Ace Hardware there.
Yep.
Kind of on the far side of that, it was where the Draft Room at Berwick is. Yes, we will drink beers and we'll have a good old time, but we'll meet up and then I'll host some bingo at 7 o'clock. So we'll play bingo and you can bring the kids if you want. There's food, drink, all ages. Come on down and hang out with us at the last Horde meetup. We'll be out there. I don't know if we'll kind of take over the patio or if we should take over the inside. We'll figure it out.
See how busy it is. All right, guys, 15-ish seconds. We'll be right back. We are into round number 2 of our Cool Guys tournament. We'll tell you who won the final matchups in round number 1 and then kick off round number 2 with a couple pretty big matchups. Thank you for hanging out this morning on air and on the stream. Hop on it if you haven't done so already. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show. Give us that like, follow, and subscribe as well. So our Cool Guy tournament, your help to determine the coolest guy or gal on the planet. 32 different people going head-to-head for your votes. every day on the Rock 1061 Facebook page. Yesterday, we had our final 2 round 1 matchups. Our first one, I guess technically, if you're looking at ranking, was an upset, but I don't call it an upset. Number 8 seed Nick Offerman taking on the number 9 seed Chris Pratt.
Yeah, and these Parks and Rec alums, these brothers, they dueled. They battled Cotter, but Chris Pratt is our winner.
It was close, 63%. Was all.
Wow, really?
Was only the winning percentage.
That's a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, it was for me too. So Chris Pratt, who will be in our first second-round matchup, we'll get to here in just a little bit. But on the other side of the bracket, number 8 seed Dolly Parton taking on number 9 seed Nicolas Cage.
Now, Nicolas Cage was my guaranteed. If we could gamble in Georgia, if there was a casino here and they had the cool guy tournament up on the big board in the sports book, I would have put money down on Nicolas Cage and would never second guess my bet.
Dolly Parton wins.
And that's why the casinos would love me.
Ready for this? 69% of the vote.
Yeah, nice, Dolly Parton. I love it.
So that was the most unique matchup I think in the tournament because I think Dolly Parton, out of everybody on this tournament, is the biggest wild card.
Oh yeah,
people didn't expect to see her on the tournament.
Yeah, if these two people weren't matched up against one another, I think both of them would move on to the second round. But, unfortunately, Dolly Parton came up against the immovable object of Nicolas Cage, but it turns out very movable. 69% movable, you could say. And Dolly Parton has moved on to round number 2.
All right, speaking of round number 2, our very first second round matchups are up on the Facebook page. At least the first one is. Second one will be up in about 20 minutes. We'll tell you who's going head to head in our first second round matchups coming up after Papa Roach. This is their latest Kill the Noise. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
All right, what's up, guys? Once again, thanks for hanging out with us here on the Cotter and Marshall Show live stream. Wanda's talking about your house here. She goes, yeah, you'll be out most of the day this weekend. Nobody's worried about what the garage looks like. It'll be everything else they eyeball. They'll open every drawer, too, because people are nosy.
That's fine. I got nothing to hide.
Let's see. Rob says, oh, yeah, I missed the cool guy one yesterday. Yeah, so Nick Offerman lost to Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt moves on to round number 2, and Dolly Parton 69'd her way out of the Nicolas Cage, and she's moving on to round number 2 as well. Patrick said, Jackie, can't believe I missed that one. I'm a sore loser.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got it. I mean, once you said it, I went, oh, yeah, okay. But I wouldn't have come up with that.
Mm-hmm. Rob goes, the magic number.
It is.
Every time. So I host bingo at the draft room at Berwick, which is where we're going to be this Thursday for our last Horde meetup. And, I mean, it's kind of a thing. I guess someone in the bar started doing it, and I'm sure it happens everywhere. But
yeah.
Anytime 069 gets called in bingo, everyone in the room goes, woo! And it, like, last night, because we had like almost 100 people playing bingo last night, Cotter, I mean, it was almost deafening every time I called 069.
So Wanda just shot us a picture.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
It looks like, is somebody urinating on the stage? Is that the late?
It looks like a promotional picture for that new Diana movie. From a distance, it does. I can't. Oh, what's happening?
Up close, it does not.
Oh my God!
Right?
Was that a Welcome to Rockville? Yeah, it says Rockville 2021.
So I'm not mad. I miss Gojira was the comment on that. What's the context of that? Holy crap!
Wanda says, "Yeah, I shot you another text message. Looks like I'm reading the comments. It's from Welcome to Rockville." Wow.
Damn. You never know what you're going to get at Welcome to Rockville, kids.
So the picture that we're talking about that I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to show you on the stream is in regards to a female, it looks like.
Yeah.
Urinating or having some level of diarrhea on stage.
Yes.
I can't quite tell. I'm looking at the picture from the side, so I can't quite tell.
You don't want to get any closer. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Be right back. Who's going to win the Cool Guy tournament? It is time to get into round number 2. So we just announced the winners in our final first-round matchups in our Cool Guy tournaments. Of course, 32 of the coolest people, guys and gals, going head-to-head for your vote to determine the coolest. Chris Pratt beat Nick Offerman. Dolly Parton beat Nicolas Cage.
Stunningly. I mean, she won with 69% of the vote. Nice. But, yeah, she moves on to round number 2. People have said, sources have told me,
right,
Cotter, just so you know, sources have told me that with the girth of her chest, she will be automatically winning round number 2. Now, that's what my sources have told me, but we have to legitimately do the voting here. So this matchup against Robert Downey Jr. is going to be very interesting.
Robert Downey Jr., the number 1 seed on the right side of the bracket, taking on, like Marshall said, Dolly Parton, who's the number 8 seed. I think RDJ wins. I don't think Dolly Parton and her ample bosom has what it takes to beat RDJ.
But once again, my sources, Cotter, and hold on. Okay, I could do it. Okay. Steve from the chat said her ample chest will guarantee her the win in round number 2. Steve, my source, said that this is going to happen. So I believe Steve. He's never been wrong up until this point.
Right.
Also, I just met Steve on the chat today, so we'll yeah, I believe him. I believe Dolly Parton will win and beat out RDJ.
You're going with the upset, the number 1 seed out in the second round.
Do not ever question the power of Dolly Parton and her boobs.
All right, so that is the first second-round matchup we're looking at. That will be up on the Facebook page here in about 15 minutes for your vote. The one that is currently there that you can vote on right now on the other side of the bracket, the number 1 seed, Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool.
Taking on the number 9 seed, Chris Pratt.
Star-Lord.
Ryan Reynolds wins this matchup
100% of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. Hold on, sources. Sources have reached out to me and said that Ryan Reynolds will decisively win this matchup.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to say at least 80% of the vote with Ryan Reynolds picking up this win.
I think it's higher than that.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely think it's higher than that. I think Deadpool for the win, guaranteed.
Now, I'm really excited to get into the second round because we got some really interesting matchups still to get to. Snoop Dogg and Bill Murray. We're looking at Keanu Reeves and Christopher Walken. Things are going to get heated in the Cool Guy tournament, but don't forget, you can vote now. Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pratt coming up in about 15 minutes. You can vote for our other second-round matchup, Robert Downey Jr. and Dolly Parton. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show Cool Guy Tournament. Check out the complete bracket right now at rock1061.com.
Charles said, here's my must-sees for today. Ice Nine Kills, and then Run to see Beartooth, then a coin flip to either see Butcher Babies for obvious reasons or Pennywise. Oh, that'd be difficult. I like the Butcher Babies. I do Pennywise. I'm not going to lie to you. Then Wage War, and then going to skip Zombie to get a spot for Metallica. Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about spot, I wouldn't be too worried. I'm a big time like back of the crowd guy. Like I don't have to be up close.
As I get older, it depends on the show. If it's a band I've never seen, like Paul McCartney, I got as close as I effing could because I'm like I want to soak all of it in as much as I can. Seen Metallica a couple times, so it's like if I'm not up front, I'm cool.
Well, when it comes to festivals, I'm like totally fine with being more towards the back because obviously anywhere is a great seat when you're at a festival. But if I'm paying tickets for a specific show and it's a band I absolutely am over the moon to see, I would pay for better seats. Than just like the comp ones I would get. I would consider paying for better seats. Charles says, "Where is that pic, Wanda? I miss Gojira." Wow, Cotter, I'm not going to lie to you. I went to go look at the picture.
Yeah,
and yes, now that I look at it, it does look like a woman is going onesies on a gentleman's face.
Oh, I didn't see a face. Oh, there is a face. There's a face. Oh, my God, there's a face. What the hell? Why? I didn't see that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and Wanda pointed that out. Wanda, she goes, upon further inspection of the picture, she is pissing on something.
Oh, I didn't see the face. She's got a microphone, too.
It looks like she's singing.
Is she a performer?
Well, I don't think they just allow anyone to go up there and piss on someone's face, Goddard.
I didn't think they even allow a performer to do it. I got to know more about this now. I don't want to.
Guys, I really want to show the chat this, but I don't think I
don't think we can. No.
I don't think I can.
You're going to have to search for it, guys.
Yeah,
it's the internet. You'll find it.
Wanda said it's on the Rockville 2021 page. That's not the official page, right, Wanda? That's the fan page.
Wow.
How about this? Wanda, drop the link to the picture. You could do that. Drop the link to the Rockville page. So if anyone wants to see the picture that we're talking about in regards to a moment that happened during Gojira, we don't know who that person is. We don't know the person that's getting urinated on. Steve Goes thought that was R. Kelly's job. Well, he's in jail. So that's definitely not R. Kelly's job.
Jeremy, who will be in for Beer for Breakfast, is joined. You've never been to a train wreck show. Who hasn't?
No, he's talking about, he goes, you never been to a train wreck show. You don't know that they don't piss on each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. So now we have to go to a train wreck show.
I just got to see this. I did not see the face.
Yeah. Wanda Plummer says no, fan page. Okay, yeah. Wanda, if you don't mind, could you just share the link to that page just so everyone kind of understands what we're talking about here? We would show it to you, but I don't know if we can, and I don't want to get kicked off the stream.
I don't think we can. Sorry, guys.
Going back to being an old man and sitting in the back of the festival crowd, Rhett goes, I always sit in the stands. I have always had a fear of being crushed or trampled exactly like that rapper concert. Oh, the Astroworld show, yeah. I've never had a fear of that. I've just always had a fear of dying in a dumb way. That's still I will die in a dumb way. It'll be like, oh, Marshall had the very mildest of heart attacks, but no one was around, so he just died.
He was having a heart attack that he would have survived from, but he tripped over his dog.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't the heart attack that killed him. His dog ate him.
All right, when Wanda dropped the link to the it's the first thing you see.
View at your own risk, guys.
Wow, someone commented, "Lucky bastard."
Really? No.
Wow. I don't even know what to do with that, but there is a link in case you guys want to see what we're talking about. It's currently in the chat. Wanda, I want to say thank you. Part of me doesn't, but I will say thank you for doing what you do for the show.
Speaking of Wanda, before I forget, I've got the stools today. Got your stools?
Yeah. So that lady in that picture, she had some stool. She released it. Are you going to give Wanda the stools like that person
not
did?
Not quite like that.
What do you mean not quite like that?
Not quite like that.
Wow, Wanda. Wanda, bring a raincoat. I think Cotter just said he's gonna piss on.
No, I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure I got that you said you were gonna piss on Horde member Wanda today.
No, I'm dropping off some stool.
I'm still confused.
Wanda
goes, I'll need a boat.
All right, I'll be there probably before noon, FYI, because I got to get my dog back into doggy daycare because pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be there before noon.
Rhett says, just saw the pic. Rhett, let's give us your thoughts on it. Let us know. Mac chimed in with her thoughts. It was just, ew.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, 100%. All right, guys, coming up next, details on the Badass Beard Contest that we're doing with Billy and the Badass Rock Show, our afternoon show here on Rock 106.1. And then after that, we'll dive into some stories on the tank taxi, and then we'll play back some of that call from Big, Bald, and Sexy, giving us that day one report from Welcome to Rockville. Morning, Lindsay. How are you? Oh, in Marshall's Music News today, great stories, very cool stories from Jack White.
Okay.
He's been busy.
Yeah.
Really busy. And then Tom DeLonge spoke upon a possible return to Blink-182. So we'll talk about those two stories coming up in Marshall's Music News inside the 9 o'clock hour to wrap the show up.
So Jack White's got a new song called Take Me Back.
Mm-hmm.
It was Call of Duty. It was on the, I don't know if it's in the game or if it was just,
Duty.
Yeah, it was just for the commercial. Did you know there's a Taking Me Back Gently version?
I did not.
I haven't heard it yet, but I guess it's different, way different than the current version. So it's just called Take Me Back Gently.
Oh, I did not know that existed. But yeah, Jack White, he spent a lot of time over the pandemic being productive, unlike the rest of us dumb, lazy pieces of shit. So yeah, we'll talk about not one but 2 albums he'll be releasing in 2022.
Show off. Right, Sean? He's like, is this a band lady or what the F did I just see? She's holding the mic. I don't get it.
Yeah. Rhett goes, utterly disgusting, not interested in golden showers. I mean, they're not going to until you try it.
I'm good.
Well, Connor, you're good because you're usually the one administering the golden shower.
Well, if you're going to, it's the only way to go.
You're right. I mean, just an absolute show of being an alpha right there. Like, what a beta-ass bitch to be pissed on. Sean says, Jesus Christ, is this a band lady or what the fuck did I just see? I don't know. Oh, and we haven't clapped it up in a minute, but can we clap it up real quick?
What are we clapping for?
Oh, we're clapping for Mac.
Oh.
Let's clap it up for Mac. Hey, clapping it up for Mac. 2.5 days, no vaping. She has eaten almost a whole box of Fruity Pebbles. But clap it up. Double it up. Hell yeah, Mac. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Mac. No vaping. She's off the vape train. Tony's giving emoji claps. Hell yeah, Mac. Congratulations.
Dana Dentata?
Excuse me?
So Lindsay was like,
Hakuna Matata.
Lindsay said, what did I miss? Oh, are we talking about Dana Dentata or whatever her name is at Welcome to Rockville? If that's her name, because we had no idea. We had no idea what was going on. No context to this photo.
Well, now I'm going to look up pictures of Dana Dentata, which is an incredible name. Dana Dentata is a wonderful thing. Dana Dentata, it ain't no pissing parade. It means lots of piss on your face.
Yeah, I bet that's her. She just looks like, yep, there you go.
To call her alty would be an understatement. She's beautiful.
All right, got about 20 seconds, guys. We'll be right back.
In certain pictures.
Yeah. Saliva is coming to Victory North Savannah in December and starting Monday. Badass Rock Show with Billy and Rock 1061 got your chance to win tickets.
So here's how you win those tickets. You head on over to our Facebook page. When you see the post of beard up, you just drop in a picture of your finely crafted man mane. I just put that together. You like that?
Good. That's good.
Man mane.
Man mane.
Yeah, I say that 3 times, and the Candyman shows up. Kills you, but he's just got a long beard. It's really weird. Anyway, so you just go on there. You drop a picture of you with your finely crafted beard, and then you're in the running. And then at that point, tell all your friends to head on over to that post and like that post. The person with the most likes on their beard or man mane picture will win themselves a pair of tickets to go check out Saliva, Victory North Savannah on Thursday, December 9th.
And you basically have the rest of the month starting Monday to get signed up. Once again, it is the Badass Beard Contest. The picture or the chance to enter will be posted at the top of the page on the Rock 1061 Facebook page on Monday. So your chance to win tickets for Saliva. Here's the Offspring. Let the bad times roll.
Sean says there's a video of it in the comment section. I'm wondering if I should watch it while I'm alone at work or wait till I'm home and watch it with the wife.
Just look over at her and smile.
Yeah, the couple that watches piss videos together last forever. Rob says that's the one-man Mexican wave. Interesting.
I'll be right back.
Sean, to answer your question, yes, that was Mac's big announcement yesterday that she has not vaped for 2.5 days. Lindsay, to answer your question, I don't believe there was a gimp suit in regards to that Dana Dentata picture. She wasn't really wearing much of anything, kind of waist below. Sean says, so that is actually the lead singer of a band called Brass Against, Sophia Urista. There's so many weird names here. I don't know what to do with myself. Sandy, I don't have a beard, so can I just submit random dudes and their beards to enter to win the Saliva tickets? No, but maybe there is a man in your life that you could submit for. You have to be a real person associated with that beard. All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Coming up here in about a half an hour, we got Jeremy Hammons of Underdog Brewing coming in for beer for breakfast. We've got, a couple things coming up as well. We'll be off on Monday, just to give you a heads up there, but we're back with live shows on Tuesday, taking Monday off for Welcome to Rockville. I'm going to go down and spend some time there. Also, our next Horde meetup and our final one with Cotter will be on Thursday over at the Draft Room at Berwick, starting at 6 o'clock next Thursday. If you can make it, come out and say goodbye to Cotter. You can hug and or kiss him, but only one of them during the event. Why'd you give a face like you didn't want to be hugged or kissed?
Hugs are fine.
You don't want to be kissed?
Probably not.
What about on the forehead?
No, I'm good. Hugs.
What
I'm cool.
about on the cheek?
No, hugs cool.
What about somewhere else?
Well, no.
Depending on the lips? Okay. Rob says that Dana lady is doing her own thing. She used to be a stripper, then Kanye West and Marilyn Manson signed her. Oh. So Sean did some digging and said that that lady is actually the lead singer of a band called Brass Against.
Okay.
Her name is Sophia Urista.
Oh.
I don't know. It seems like that's a lot of researching that I'm going to have to do after the show to really dive into the piss bucket picture we just saw. Wanda says, can she give Cotter a purple nurple on Thursday? What's a purple nurple? What's the exact definition of it?
That'd be twisting your nipple.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's another episode of Marshall Google something he probably shouldn't on company machine.
I mean, obviously, you'd have to use both hands. So,
Purple nurple is a school prank, the act of taking a person's nipple between their thumb and forefinger and then twisting it roughly.
I'm going to say no.
Okay, so purple nurples are out.
And they're out.
But you'll take hugs and kisses below your belt.
I'll take hugs.
That's it?
High fives? Handshakes?
High fives?
Yeah.
Got some antibacterial?
Maybe.
Okay. Want to make sure you're safe. I don't want you to take the cocoa with you to Austin.
You were wanting people to kiss me.
Well, yeah, it's just funny. Also, just a fun fact, never Google purple nurple and then look at the images. They are terrifying.
Really? Yeah, I'm good. Don't need to look.
You ever see a pair of purple titties? Like fake ones. They're on there.
I'm good.
They're on there.
So good.
You're welcome. You're welcome, America. What I do for this show. I currently have our texting lineup. I have to turn it off because I can't.
You just keep looking.
I keep looking at that picture.
Yeah,
there's so
right
much.
there.
There's so much to take in. Charles says, I'm going to skip the beard contest, give everyone a chance. It's not the beard, but the sexiness attached to it. I get it. But once again, I mean, to win the contest, your friends have to go on and like the image. So obviously only one person can like an image once, so you better have a lot of friends liking your image. Simic says, I can grow a beard in less than a month because of my Persian heritage. All right, show off. Jesus. Because of my beautiful Irish and Scottish heritage, I grow a crappy-ass spotty beard, and this takes like 6 months. We get it. You're cool. You know what? We're going to put you in the cool guy tournament next time.
There you go.
Simic. Yeah, the Guild Mage 13, yes, from the Cotter and Marshall show. Or the Marshall in the Morning show?
I'd just say, yeah, Marshall. It's the Marshall show.
Marshall show.
Or whatever. Marshall in the Morning. I don't care. Your show.
I hope not. Sounds like shit. I'll let it be called the Marshall Show if I can get the frog from the WB to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall Show. If that frog will sing my theme song, then I will call it the Marshall Show. Sandy, good luck. Mamacita, sell some diamonds for us today.
The Robert Downey Jr. Dolly Parton matchup is now on the Facebook page for your votes.
I'm very nervous about that.
So far, Ryan Reynolds is mopping the floor with Chris
told
Pratt.
you.
Yeah.
I told you Deadpool is going to slay Star-Lord.
Whoa. Holly, I'm bringing my taser. To what? Who, where? Huh?
So if Molly hugs you and tases you, that's technically tasing herself.
I think it's also technically assault.
Well, what if she tased herself, but she's hugging you? That's not assault.
That's true. Fair enough.
That's secondary tasing.
That's really taking one for the team there.
Yeah. Is that how we get to someone to tase you?
They have to tase themselves
while
hugging me.
I can just imagine someone running up to you, like grabbing your arm so you can't get away, and then tasing themselves.
Take this, Connor! Ah!
I got you good, you son of a bitch.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Marshall, would you pay $1,000 to ride in a tank that's not really kind of a tank?
Yeah, I spent my money worse ways. Yeah, so absolutely.
All right, got the story coming up. Forget Uber, forget Lyft. Merlin Bachelor of England. His name's Merlin.
Merlin?
It's Merlin.
His name is Merlin Bachelor.
Yes.
And he's married?
I think.
Stunningly, yes.
I think he is. He's also the proud owner of the Tank Taxi. Now, according to Merlin, it's not really a tank. It's actually an armored personnel carrier, but Tank Taxi just rolls off the tongue better. Now, looking at it, I would say, yeah, that's a tank. I mean, it's not like the super duper, heavy artillery tanks, but it's got the treads. It's a tank.
So he actually bought this armored personnel carrier, a.k.a. this tank, online for $35,000. And he said, first I had neighbors, then friends asking, then friends of friends asking, and then people I didn't even know asking me if I could take them out on rides, mainly asking about like proms and stuff.
So he started up a little side hustle for about $1,000 a trip. He chauffeurs for weddings and funerals.
Wow.
Now, here, when I die, I want the tank taxi to carry me to wherever it is I'm going.
Okay.
But I don't want to be in a coffin. I just want to be propped up, like sitting on top of the tank taxi.
You want your dead, bloated carcass on top of a tank.
Yeah.
Okay. And are we supposed to like embalm you, or are we?
I don't care. I'm dead. It's not my problem then.
Okay, so
that's my final wish.
So we're going to take your rotten carcass, and we're going to throw it on top of a armored personnel character that's also a taxi.
Yeah.
And where are we going to take this? Where would you like?
I'm going to be cremated, so just take me right to someplace that takes care of business.
Okay, so how about this? That sounds like a lot of money. And
once again, I'm dead. Don't care.
Okay, thank you for saying that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your dead carcass, which will be on top of the tank taxi.
Right.
And then we're going to take it to like a local McDonald's. And then the dumpster will literally create a dumpster fire.
Oh.
And that's where you'll be cremated. So what we'll do is instead of stopping and throwing your body in, we'll have you kind of propped up against the front of the tank. Right. And we'll just ram right into the dumpster where your body will just tumble into it.
Okay. One last request. Instead of McDonald's, can you make it Chipotle? It's kind of like my fast food of choice.
What about Burger King? Flame Grill.
I do. Okay, done and done. The irony, I love a good Whopper.
Yep.
I like it very much.
You'll be great.
Now, this dude is looking to get a license to do things other than weddings and funerals. And that's weird, right? That he has a license for weddings and funerals, but nothing else when it comes to this tank taxi.
Maybe he's looking for a license to kill.
Huh? He does have a tank taxi.
I mean, could have ran over people.
This sounds like the highest or drunkest purchase ever.
This was something that was definitely not done sober.
No, and he didn't tell his wife ahead of time. And I'm guessing it took a bit for her to be okay with this.
But she's definitely okay with it because the cost of return of it seems like it's paying for itself.
I think it's okay. All right, coming up next, we're going to check in with Big, Bald, and Sexy. Horde member Charles actually made it down to Welcome to Rockville for night number 1. So we're going to get an update. How expensive are beers? How is some of the shows? Was Slipknot as good as Slipknot always is? We'll check in with Charles next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Morning, Jeremy. How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us for Beer for Breakfast this morning. Actually, we'll be starting here in about 20 minutes. Speaking of, Jeremy from Underdog Brewing will be stopping in. He should be arriving in about 15-ish minutes or so. Charles says, RDJ versus Dolly. It's a tough call. It really is, and 100% is. Simic says, I have lots of charisma. It'll be good. It'll be good. You'll need all of it for the Cool Guy tournament if we ever do it again. Rob from New Zealand says Tropic Thunder must account for at least 38.5 votes.
One of the memes is him in Tropic Thunder for the vote on Facebook. So, yeah, I agree.
I'm going to rush off to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, coming up here, we got a couple tunes, and then Big, Bald, and Sexy. If you guys were on the stream earlier, you caught the full update. It was like about 6 minutes. We got it down to about 2.5. So, hitting the highlights. How much are drinks? How are some of the music? So we'll get to that here in a bit. Jeremy Hammons from Underdog Brewing coming in after 9 to talk beer for breakfast, talk about his new brewery that's coming to town next year. And then, of course, wrap up the show with Marshall's music news. Once again, Marshall said it a few times. No show on Monday. He and the wife are going to Welcome to Rockville on Sunday. Want to not have to get up butt-ass early on Monday to come in. So we'll take Monday off, and then... hate to say it, guys. We're down to our final 7 shows. Also in Cotter's honor, I was drinking the full boat. Oats Old School Budweiser last night. Yes. But after today, 7 shows left. 4 next week, and then the week of Thanksgiving. Monday, Tuesday, and then the final show on Wednesday, November 24th. It is Disney Plus Day, Rhett. I'm hoping to hear some cool stuff. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know what necessarily type of information we're getting, but everybody keeps saying we should get something. So I'm ready. Then as soon as I get done here, out the door, go pick up my car. Just get an oil change. Nothing bad. That was horrible. But yeah, go pick up my car, get stuff done. Sorry, guys. Be right back. All right. Oh, Legends. Oh, and Rock's Jungle Cruise. I oddly want to see the Jungle Cruise movie. I ain't going to lie. Definitely want to see Shang-Chi, though. Shang-Chi. All right. Oh, picture of flounder. Thank you. Yes. I will do that today. Maybe. Text me later. Or, Mac, if you just want to come over this weekend, you can meet flounder. That'd be fine, too. 56?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
There you go.
Like, why the hell are you giving me money?
I don't know.
I mean, I like it.
I question it, too. No. There you go.
Jeremy actually just arrived.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Jeremy's hanging out in the
green room?
the green room, which is the front lobby. So we'll bring Jeremy in here in just a little bit to obviously join us for beer for breakfast. It's Disney Plus Day. Oh, it's Disney Plus Day.
Yep. Yeah, like Rhett said, Shang-Chi, however you pronounce it, is up on Disney Plus. Rock's Jungle Cruise. Like I said, oddly want to watch it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Good luck, Wanda, with therapy.
I'll text you before I head over, Wanda. Like I said, it'll probably be before 12.
Rob said Australian band Alien Weaponry is playing Sunday's Welcome to Rockville.
Oh, cool. Are they good? Are you familiar with them? I'm guessing. You know, it's New Zealand. You just know every band. Okay. All right. So, just got an email. Here's day one photos from Welcome to Rockville. So, this is like the official Welcome to Rockville photos.
Oh, cool.
Do you think
the piss photos in
pictures in this one? I'm going to go out on the limb and say no.
Probably not.
What was the name of the band? It wasn't Dana. No, oh my God. That's Dana Donat, whatever. She's in like a full-on leather suit. I mean, seriously, full-on leather suit.
So let's see. I'm looking up Alien Weaponry right now on Welcome to Rockville's website. Alien Weaponry are one of the most exciting young metal bands in the world right now, according to Revolver Magazine in the United States. And they're not the only ones who think so, since, before they released their debut album in 2018, fans, bloggers, and music industry and media worldwide have raved about Alien Weaponry's unique blend of thrash metal and Te Reo Miora, the native language of New Zealand. Wow, I probably screwed that the hell up, didn't I, Rob?
Yes.
Te Reo Miori? I don't know how to fucking say that.
No shock. There are no pee pictures in the batch of official photos. I do like Corey Taylor's new mask.
Yeah, Corey Taylor's new mask is awesome.
It's so disturbing. It's great.
Go back to it real quick. Did they cut the sides of it already?
That one, no.
Usually he cuts the sides of it so his jaw can go down instead of being...
Oh, okay.
Maori. Yeah. It's like Te Reo Maori. I probably still screwed that up. Rob's like, this guy's just a stupid piece of shit. Why is he on the radio?
He knew that a while ago.
I made it very clear how dumb I am, guys. Time and time again.
I said we did a few gigs with them. Good dudes, good sound. Charles was like Alien Weaponry on the must-see list. There you go. All right, so we got about 4-ish minutes, 4.5 minutes. Once again, just a quick intro, and then we can just let that roll.
Okay.
You gave it a good out, so we'll just go with that.
Cool. All right, so after that, we'll have Jeremy on. Then we'll do Marshall's Music News. If you want, I was thinking about this. There's Big Money Monday on Monday that we're not doing.
Oh, we're not going to be here.
You just want to do it on Tuesday?
Yes.
Big Money Tuesday?
Yes.
Big Money Tues?
So because we'll have 3 Big Money Mondays left. So next week, Tuesday. Then we'll have it on Monday, the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to do it the last day on the 24th.
Yeah.
We're going to do Big Money Wednesday, guaranteed winner.
Yeah.
On the Wednesday one only.
Sure.
Maybe.
Do you want to do it on Wednesday then? And just do the next 2 Wednesday, Monday? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But the last day of the show on the 24th, we'll pick one person. If we don't get a winner, we'll pick another person and keep going with a different person until we get a winner.
You know, I feel like it's just going to be like a shot in the foot situation where we're not going to get. It's going to be like 12 people.
You know what? That's fine. Build the anticipation.
Like at one point, my arm will get really tired. I'm like, I'm sick of spinning this damn bingo machine.
I can't anymore. That'd be great. All right, about 3 minutes.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, we've never let you spin the wheel for a winner before.
That's okay.
I think you should have at least that opportunity to do it once. You've never done it on the show before. I've done it every time.
I know, and that's fine.
Because I have all the toys over here. You have the actual board and electronics and phones over there. I have a bingo machine, a fish,
and a thing of mayonnaise,
a jar of mayonnaise, a Magic 8 Ball. Question. If you think about it, It really says a lot about each side of this desk.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's awesome. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, now that you pointed out, that's pretty spot on. That's funny.
Speaking of the Magic 8 Ball, we got a few minutes. Let's dive into some Magic 8 Ball questions. Once again, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. If you got a yes or no-ish question, go ahead.
I got one.
And, throw it at us.
Will I show up on Friday the 19th after our final Horde meetup with myself?
Mm-hmm.
Will I show up to work hungover?
On that Friday.
On the Friday.
Which is your birthday.
Which is my birthday.
Okay, so will Cotter be hungover from the Horde meetup next Thursday? Ask again later. I hate when it does that. Just tell me the answer.
They need to eliminate that on all future 8 Balls.
Outlook, not so good.
So
you'll just be kind of slightly hungover.
Okay, I'll take that.
You'll be in that like annoying spot. Like you almost wish you'd rather be hungover or just completely sober.
Yeah.
How is Hefe, guys? How is Hefe?
He's still alive.
I don't see him currently, but he's still not feeling great. Hefe has some sort of fish tumor thing going on, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But I don't have the money to take Hefe to a vet, sadly, so we wish him a fast recovery. But he's alive and he's okay. Magic 8 Ball says, Mac, will I gain a lot of weight on this addiction kick? Okay, will Mac gain some LBSs because she stopped vaping? Reply, no, I need an answer. Most likely. Sorry, Mac, you're gonna gain some weight according to the Magic 8 Ball.
Keep CrossFitting.
Well, she would have to start CrossFitting to keep CrossFitting.
That's true.
Yeah. Sean says, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. How much time we got?
35 seconds.
All right, one more. Will the snow F off this weekend? Better not tell you now. Oh, maybe a little surprise there.
All right, guys. Be right back. Going to set up this call from Charles with an update from day one. Welcome to Rockville. Big, bold, and sexy. Welcome to Rockville. Charles is hanging out in Daytona for week number one of the festivity, or day number one of the festivities, and he was willing, after a night of drinking hard, driving for 6.5 hours, throwing down with a bunch of bands, willing to call in and give us an update about day number one.
Yeah, he is a dedicated member of the Horde. We love Big, Bald, and Sexy, a.k.a. Charles. So let's get right into it, Charles. My first question is about the beers. I mean, how much are we looking at when it comes to buying that drink of choice? All right, guys, you heard Charles's interview earlier, so we're just going to go ahead and let that play for everyone else on the air, because you've already heard it. Let's continue on with our Magic 8 Ball questions.
Oh, do we have more?
Yeah, we got one more. How about this? This one's from Holly.
Okay.
So once again, if you have a question for the Magic 8 Ball, kind of a yes or no-ish question, go ahead and drop it in. This one's from Holly. Hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Am I going to make money today? Good money. That's what she wants to know at her job. You may rely on it.
Oh,
okay, it's good money day for you, Holly.
Congratulations.
Nice. Make sure to bring your stun gun with you next Thursday. Give Cotter a hug. Got to stun yourself, though. Tony says, got ton head put. Okay, that's she's got a ton of stuff to do, I'm guessing. I hope everyone has a great day and weekend. Stay safe and have fun.
See you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. Simic says, will the Braves win the World Series next year? You're asking for a lot, dude. They won it once. Just be good with the once. As a Cubs fan, I say that. My sources say no.
Oh.
Sorry, man.
F that 8 Ball.
I mean, once is good. Once is good.
But don't you want another? You want another Cubs win, right?
Yeah, of course I want another one. But I mean, asking for back-to-back championships for the team that had the least amount of wins going into the playoffs, it's asking for a lot.
All right, as soon as this is done, I'm going to fire up the delay.
All right, one more question. Let's get to Rob's. Hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Are the people who have us working on a side project legit?
Oh.
Okay, let's see. My sources say no, according to the Magic 8 Ball, Rob. So, awkward. Elaine, how's it going?
What's up, Elaine?
All right, here in a few minutes, we'll bring Jeremy in from Underdog Brewing Company. Or Underdog Brewing. I'm not for sure exactly what
We'll find out.
Yeah. It's new for everyone.
And there are 6 clean glasses in my office.
Oh, perfect. I'll grab. Are they a certain spot?
They're the ones upside down on the paper towels.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Rob answered his own question. He goes, haha, I say no to those people being legit as well. Elaine, well, good to hear. Glad you've been busy. Instead of, doing illegal things like Cotter does.
Only sometimes.
I mean, you're kind of a drug guy. I mean, no one believes it, but you are. So.
Totally a drug guy. All right, guys. Going to fire up the delay. Give me a second. All right, there we go. There we go.
Paris Hilton just got remarried. If you're wondering about news I don't give a shit about.
She was married before?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. She was remarried, or married before, but yeah, she now just got remarried. Did you watch the Dolphins-Ravens game last night at all?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Are you seriously asking me?
You're a gentleman who has access to a bunch of stuff on the television. You could have ran across it.
I did not.
Good, because it was terrible.
Okay.
The game was 6-3 at halftime.
Wow.
It was a real great game. The Dolphins won, and they're terrible.
I got to cancel all of those services, too. I should probably do that.
Which services?
I'm going to cancel. We don't need YouTube TV anymore. The wife doesn't watch a whole lot of TV, so we can get rid of YouTube TV. My aunt and uncle have like Netflix and stuff like that, so we may keep that for Dana, but that's about it. So we got HBO Max and stuff like that. Just going to cancel all of it for now. So not spending the extra money.
No, I get that.
Right. All right, in commercials now. I got a couple songs. White Zombie, My Darkest Days, both coming up. And then I'll be joined by Jeremy.
This is a headline I never thought I would read out loud. Venomous sharks have been found in London's Thames River. Thames River. So London's famous river is more exciting than we thought. Seahorses, eels, seals, and venomous sharks have all been discovered in the Thames? T-H-A-M?
It's Thames, I think.
Thames, yeah. The result of a health check have shown. A survey by the Zoological Society of London revealed positive news for wildlife and ecosystem recovery, the society said Wednesday, which is good. But apparently there is a venomous shark in the waters.
I've never heard of a venomous shark.
Now, they said back in 1957, the capital city's river was declared biologically dead.
So the venomous shark are called spur dogs. They're slender sharks named after the venomous spines found in front of their dorsal fins that are used on predators. That's according to Wildlife Trust. If a spur dog injects its venom into a human, it can cause severe swelling and pain. The sharks have long been vulnerable to extinction due to overfishing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Venomous sharks. I didn't even know those existed.
Ooh, Elaine coming in. It's pronounced Tim's.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
I would believe her.
I don't know if you could tell this or not. We're not exactly well traveled.
No.
All right, I'm going to go grab the glasses and then bring Jeremy
Yeah,
into
let's
the studio.
do this, man. Jeremy opened up Underdog Brewing. Was head brewer over at Southbound for a long time. Had worked with both Southbound and Hop Atomica. That's the one I'm thinking. So, I know, right, Rob? Rob was like being a shark isn't dangerous enough. Elaine, I doubt you're wrong. Especially if you're comparing it to what we thought it was. I'd go with you 100% of the time. All right, God, final hour of the show. Hard to believe. Once again, this week has gone by so quick. So here's the sucky part, guys. Next 7 shows are going to go by so effing quick. When I put in my notice, I had 6 weeks, and I was like, man, 6 weeks could be so slow. I can't believe it hasn't been slow. So, yeah. What's up, man?
All right. Let's go ahead and shift over to our 3 cam, which is this one right here.
Oh, but we do.
We don't need to show people.
Where's Cotter? There he is. Okay. Beer for breakfast time.
Good morning. You got that good quiet radio chair.
I know, right? Nice. That's why it's over there.
Nice and squeaky.
Nice and squeaky.
Well, thanks for coming in
Yeah,
this morning.
man.
Here.
How's it going?
Doing good. It's good to see y'all again.
You too.
Just over at the house 2 weeks ago?
I guess, yeah, about 2 weeks ago. 2, 3, maybe at
Yeah.
most.
Good
Yeah.
time.
So you were out of town this past weekend, right? This past weekend, you said you were like in Charleston or something playing a show?
I was up in Paintsville, Kentucky, which there's just nothing.
What,
and it was-
Paintsville?
Paintsville, it's in the eastern part. And you get to go through the mountains.
Right.
You kind of forget that there's trees that change color and stuff.
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
Right.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so it was
Right.
weird to the gray sky and the orange trees. I was just looking around. And then we did 2 shows in Knoxville. That was with a band called Lynn Avenue.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
CC Witt's group.
How many bands are you in?
All of them. If you're a drummer around here, it's good.
Oh, so okay, that's that. I got a
Yeah.
question.
ahead.
Because Marshall and I, not musicians. So, being a drummer, and being able to sit in and play with other bands. But what's the process? I mean, do you just I got to learn all these songs in 2 days so I can play with them?
It depends.
Okay.
With my band, the Trainwrecks,
Right.
or with Lynn Avenue, I know their albums,
Yeah.
obviously. If it's fill-in work, very rarely will you ever get something that's just not a cover.
Okay.
And I can just jump in. I've been
Yeah.
and most drummers can just jump in because you're probably getting the same 100 songs you've
Right.
played a lot.
Okay.
So if someone like Ben Kaiser here in town calls me, I just know I can sit down. And even if I don't know the song, the bass player will look over and be like, it's a halftime shuffle, and then
Right.
2 ready, go, and then you just kind of go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever come into a situation as a drummer where they're like, okay, we're going to do this song, and you're like, and then they just start, and you're like,
That happened. It happens with Lynn Avenue because
Okay.
on the set list, there's always one where she just puts the letters to the song, and the guitar player Patrick is counting it in, and I'm
Right.
still sitting there going. And then the first note, I just hit, and I'm like, okay, I know this one. I know this one. Okay, we're good.
the Tim's is pronounced Tim's. Yeah, fun enough.
Rhythms?
Thank you, Simon.
I was talking about I thought it was called the Thames River in London.
I thought it was
It's pronounced
Thames.
Tims. Yeah, I'm dumb.
I don't know.
Not a big-
There's venomous sharks.
Yeah,
I saw that.
What the
yesterday.
hell?
I'm not a big river guy. So.
By the way, I got this great radio voice this morning too. I'm usually much more nasally and annoying.
Oh, okay.
So this is good.
I've never noticed.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, usually when we talk, I just don't listen to you. So
Fair
you
enough.
say words, I'm just like, yeah, dude, that's so cool, man. I gotta go.
Like, oh man, Marshall, my cat just died. Oh yeah, great.
Ah, dude, that's so cool, man.
That's so cool.
I'm so happy for you, dude. That's gonna
Anyway, hey, thanks for being a listener.
you're gonna do so well, man. Yeah, great seeing you. Great seeing you, Jim. See you later.
Here's some free tickets for the Goo Goo Dolls.
Wait, I have tickets to I should give those away as the mystery
There
prize.
you go.
First person calls in with their dead cat wins tickets to see the Goo Goo Dolls.
All right, so we'll be on the air here in
4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes or so. So, I think I kind of mentioned to you, the first break we'll talk about the new brewery, and then maybe your love of craft beer, maybe the first beer that you got into. Then we'll go into another song. We'll come back and we'll review our first beer. So in between that first song and the second break, we'll have you pour out the first beer we'll try.
So if we talk about the first beer I have, so we can maybe start a little early. I got weird with it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get weird. Right
So
out the chute.
is the official name Underdog Brewing Company, Underdog Brewing, the
Underdog Brewing Company.
So 4 words.
That the was back and forth for a long.
Really?
Yeah, and it's named after the Spoon song.
Spoon song.
Yeah, the Underdog.
Yeah.
And I was gonna open something one day called the Underdog.
Right.
And sat down with it. I mean, it's the Underdog Brewing Co. LLC.
The Ohio State.
Right. And Katie Gearlings, or Katie Smith now, sorry. Katie. She asked me about it a while ago, and she messaged me. She was like, "You got to drop that the," and I just started like twitching. It was like months after this, and I was just like, "That the is the most thought out the in the history of mankind."
I have spent more time on the than anything else. I don't know what beer I'm brewing, but that the is there.
The is there. The.
So wait,
The.
there's 4 words.
The Underdog Brewing Company.
Yeah, this place is gonna suck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming most people would just say like, I just wanted to be the underdog.
Yeah. I mean,
that's going to be the big letters
Right.
of the Underdog.
If I open up a brewery, I think I would just call it Beer Place.
So I would go to Beer Place. I don't even have to ask what Beer Place is.
You know
Exactly.
what it is.
It's just one big tap handle.
we pour all the beer in one vat, and you just get whatever mixture comes out.
Yeah. It's just like Jenny Black Label coming out.
I think that's kind of how I would do a beer place.
Perfect.
Yeah, I would knock it down. I want the common man to be able to come in and feel really smart.
Well, welcome to the Underdog.
All right, under 3 minutes.
Perfect. Rob says
a song or something right now.
we're what are we playing?
Porn Star Dancing.
Oh my! The classic Porn Star Dancing from what's the band called?
Classic.
That would be my darkest day.
Oh, I love the Darkest Days.
Oh, the
Darkest Days. Oh, I love that band.
Hey, but look what we do have in there though.
Yeah, what do we got?
We'll play the Underdog. I love that song, man. I love that song. Have you heard the new one? They got a new one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Have
good.
you seen the video?
Yeah.
It's creepy.
It's so weird.
I didn't know what was going on.
What Underdog song?
Spoon? You've heard the Underdog?
It's been forever. I've heard
It
it.
has been. It's been out for a long time.
Yeah, it came out before I came here. Side note, they're from Austin, Texas.
Mhm.
So
Oh, it's cool, man.
I'm gonna bump into them. I'm sure.
Yeah, you
know,
jerk.
day one.
Leaving.
I hope you get knocked out by Matthew McConaughey within your first month.
You know what though?
That'd
That's
be-
one hell of a story.
That'd be, if I'm going to get knocked out by somebody.
Yeah.
Last thing I hear is all right.
What if he just emasculates you? Just like you walk into the room and he's like, he just rips you a new one. Essentially calls you a girl. Like, oh, what a girl you are, Cotter. You just start crying.
Does he know your name already?
Can I get a selfie?
You drop your purse. Oh, sorry.
So is this a world where Matthew McConaughey knows who Cotter
Yeah,
is?
this is that world.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. Cotter is wearing a T-shirt with his name.
I am Cotter.
Well, so he doesn't get lost.
How's that gonna help?
Hey, little guy, are you lost? Oh, lost. What's your name?
If you see me, please call this number. Your wife's going to get a lot of phone calls.
Oh, I know.
She won't be around.
She won't be there. She's like, I can't do anything. I don't care.
Just call the local police department.
Oh, she finally leave you? I'm sorry. Sorry, dude.
Liquid, good morning, if I didn't say that already.
Hello.
Hey, did you share our live stream to all your pages and everything?
No.
Son of a bitch. You do. You got 40 seconds to do it.
I'll sit here on my phone. I don't care. I'll do it up here. So
Now, while you're doing it, could you hold your credit card up? Just to the camera?
sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh, sorry. Go.
No. We'll be right back. 20 seconds. Easily the favorite part of the week. It is time for Beer for Breakfast. We are joined by Jeremy Hammons from the Underdog Brewing Company.
Good morning, everyone.
Jeremy, good morning. Thank you for being here.
It's good to be here.
So excited about the new brewery. We talked about it months ago.
Yes.
Glad that you guys are out here talking about it now. So when are we getting it, and kind of what's going on with the new place?
We are in the depths of the most unfun paperwork and money stuff right now. This has been happening for like a year.
Okay.
And just me banging my head into a wall almost every day. But we're on the other side where we're getting our permitting done and all that. So we're looking at end of spring 2022.
By end of spring, I'm not good with calendars and everything. So you're saying somewhere like May-ish?
I'm hoping May.
Memorial Day-ish?
I don't know if I should open Memorial. It's almost a death knell to open on a holiday weekend.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I would show up.
Never open on St. Pat's weekend.
Oh, no, I get that.
Definitely.
Everybody's distracted doing all kinds of stuff. Now, you say, this is like the bang your head against the wall portion of it, because I think a lot of people, a lot of guys like, man, how cool would it be to own a brewery?
I can tell you, and I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit, I worked over at Southbound Brewing and Atomica. You have to be a very certain sort, because it's like, oh, neat, beer. I want to work in beer. And then whenever you get in there, you're cleaning 90% of your day.
Right.
You are scrubbing and cleaning. That stainless steel has to be perfect.
Yeah.
The beer industry is clean intensive.
Yeah.
You're washing kegs all day. You're running that canning line, which is just a beast. It is no fun sometimes. It's either you work in the industry for your whole life or you're there for about 4 months. And I've seen a lot of people fall out over my past 6.5, 7 years.
Well, we're excited about the new place, the Underdog Brewing Company. Where's it going to be located at? Give us some landmarks.
I have not said this publicly yet, but the lease and everything's done. So I was going to wait to tell everybody today. Victory and Drayton. Do you know where Ardsley Station is located?
Yeah.
It used to be the Atlantic.
Yeah.
There's a fenced-in parking lot right behind it. It's right behind Savannah.
Oh, I thought that was a
Savannah
prison.
Market.
Was that not?
It looks like a prison right now. I say it's very prison-y.
Right.
But it's in between that SunTrust Bank and Ardsley Station. That is our spot.
Dude, it's a great location.
It's an amazing spot. It's the guys who own Parr's Oriental Rugs own that building. They've been amazing to work with. It's just a very odd combination.
So on your website, which is theunderdogsav.com, I'm on it right now, and it says your new favorite Savannah, Georgia brewery focused on actual beer, affordable meals, and cool hangs. So
You're talking ass right out of the gate.
yeah, I love that immediately you're throwing daggers at your competition. So would you like to talk about other local breweries and how you're going to dominate them like the betas they are?
Yes, of course.
Let's specifically name a couple. Let's start off with Coastal. How bad
Coastal
will you
Empire?
dominate that? Yes.
I walked in there last week and I actually choked out the bartender. Didn't order anything, and then I stole a 4-pack of their light lager because I do love it.
Out of respect for you, I walked in a Coastal recently. I drank my own beer called Marshall's Basic Pumpkin Porter, and then I farted loudly, and then I left without paying.
As a pumpkin ale will make you do.
Yeah, so just so you know, I did that out of respect for the Underdog Brewing Company.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Just talking mess.
So let's talk about some of your beer. I mean, what are you going to do? What's kind of like the game plan beer-wise?
The game plan beer-wise, I'm opening this place because the brewery I want to go to doesn't exist here.
Okay.
It exists in other towns.
Right.
I've been to it. Most of my taps, at least half, will be traditional American and German style beers, clarity beers.
Right.
My flagship beer is going to be an American light lager.
Okay.
It's called the Underdog.
All
It is
right.
a glass of yellow fizzy beer, and I'm so excited. Love it. Vienna lagers will always be on. Some kind of nice fruity wit will be on, like a citrusy wit. I mean, it's across the board. We'll have a constant sour that's always on, like a simple Berliner sour.
Okay.
Nothing over fruited. I'm not talking mess about trend beers, but I'm also not going to completely go all in. There'll be some taps of that stuff.
Sure.
Because I love a good New England.
Right.
They're great. But I'm ready to sit down and have a beer.
Will there be seltzers available at the
Yes,
Underdog?
there will.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of people love seltzers. Cotter and I, obviously, big seltzer guys. As you can see, if you look to your left, you'll see all the Bud Light seltzers from the holiday
I see it.
from the holiday packs that we have tried.
Pumpkin spice.
There's some interesting ones on there. 100%. Our favorite being Seltzer Nog. I'll speak for myself. Seltzer Nog is obviously the king.
Is that for a Torture Tuesday?
King of all seltzers. But you know what? All this talk about beer, we should drink beer.
We should drink beer.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to drink some beer. What's the first beer we got?
It's the first. It's in the neighborhood of the first craft beer I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
You can't get it in Georgia anymore, so I got
Ooh.
something in the neighborhood of it. But we're gonna have us a pecan. I always say pecan. I have to be careful in Georgia. Pecan nut brown ale.
Okay.
To start out our day today.
It's coming up next. Now, we got a song. The brewery, the UnderdogBrewingCompany.com, came from the Spoon song, right?
It did.
All right, so let's play that right now. Come back, drink some beer. Here's Spoon. Cotter Marshall Show, beer for breakfast. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, back on the stream. Now, Jeremy says, or excuse me, Sean says he has a question. He goes, when is the brewery opening? Tell him he has till December 20th. So,
Well, good luck. Okay, since we're not on the air and we're on the stream, I'm really hoping for May 1st.
okay.
The dream is April 1st, which is laughable. I've learned that from Smith and Pratt watching them build Atomica. I just gave them so much mess about, like they kept pushing back the day. I was like, idiots. Like, right? No, now I'm sure that they just sit and laugh.
And now they're like, oh, you idiot.
You jerk. May 1st is hopeful.
The hopeful, yeah.
April 1st is the dream. June 1st is I'm starting to get shaky. July 1st is I'm in the fetal position, crying, and just bring me snacks.
Well, the good thing is, hopefully it's May 1st, because the wife is here through the end of May, so I'll definitely be back. Be stopping by.
Yeah, so for Cotter's sake, please finish the brewery by then.
Make sure it's done by then. We can go ahead and get the beer out and ready. We got about 2.5 minutes here.
Yeah. If you don't mind, just go ahead and do you have a bottle opener, Cotter? I don't have one on me. Oh, I used to have one over here with me.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Martini and Company. Look who got drunk and stole a bottle opener.
I used to sell musical instruments for a living.
Oh, we each get our own beer? I guess. Well, we're going big time.
We're doing beer for breakfast, aren't we?
Well, this is very, very interesting. Ooh, it's from Abita.
Go nuts.
So are we talking about this now, or are we waiting?
We'll wait. We'll wait.
Cool.
Yeah. So we'll do this one on the air. How many did you got? 3 or 2?
I have 3.
3. Okay. Then we'll do one on the stream.
That message back and forth with him, I was all over the place. I was running all over town. I was like, wait, is it 2, 3? What?
I just let him. I was like, yeah, man, whatever.
Yeah. Cool, Jeremy.
I've got extra beers if we needed extra beers here.
I'm sure you do.
So first beer is going to be from Abita Brewing's Pecan. Is it pecan?
I've now learned in Georgia it's pecan.
Pecan.
I say pecan.
I say
so
pecan.
It's like pecan pie.
Yeah.
But are you from up north?
Yeah,
I'm from up north.
Yeah,
we're Yankees up here.
Yankees.
All right, 90 seconds.
Everyone down here is from Ohio.
Right?
Or Florida. Yeah, Ohio or Florida. We're both Illinois boys.
It's funny.
It's like jump in. Let me put that back down. Let's just.
It's like I've only met a handful of people actually from Savannah.
Oh yeah.
You don't do it. It's like I've been here for 20 years. You're not from Savannah. I've been here for 20 years, but yeah.
So I lived in Las Vegas for 7 years, and I'm not joking. It took to like my 3rd year to meet the first person that was from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
I could see that.
And it was like an intern who was working on our street team, and she just grew up in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was that like? She goes, that's fine. She was like, I'm like, it's like, yeah, school, there'd be like stabbings like every other day. But that was about it.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
like,
having fun.
Really? Las Vegas is a little rough to go to school.
I guess so.
Yeah. She didn't go to the good schools. Illinois is not Yankee. Aren't y'all Midwest like a shithole Minnesota? hey, come on, man. I don't consider us Yankees.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. It's a different type of shithole.
Yeah. You got haulers there, which I still don't understand. Yeah.
Louisville's this weird bubble of actual like businesses and buildings and stuff. Then you go through like Bowling Green and stuff, and it's just, it's beautiful. It's just grass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Beer for breakfast. Jeremy Hammons in studio from the Underdog Brewing Company. Looking to open sometime spring, hopefully, of 2022. So this first beer we're trying, you said it was a version of this, or
Yes.
it was like your introduction to craft beer?
Yes. So I grew up in Kentucky.
Okay.
And in the early 2000s, when I was of drinking age, not great beer in Kentucky. Definitely bourbon country at the time.
Yeah.
Now there's amazing breweries all over the place.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not until I moved to Auburn, Alabama. I'm a musician too, so I was playing a show at a place called the Strutting Duck.
The
And
strutting
the
duck.
strutting, it burned to the ground after I moved. I
it
did
has
not burn it to the
Yeah.
ground. I
Well,
promise.
That's awesome.
But this company called Lazy Magnolia from Mississippi came over, and it was the first time I had just seen. Now I know like the pint glass giveaway. Here's
Yeah.
beer. Like I was like, oh neat, this company's here, and they have a beer called Southern Pecan. I found out from Vince from Habersham Beverage yesterday that they don't distribute it in Georgia anymore.
No.
Broke my heart.
No.
So I found this one. The story behind it is I found out that night that you can't drink these like you would a can of like Bud Light or something. So if you have like 10 of these,
Yes.
dry, all my sinuses, every part of my head just dry. I couldn't talk the next day. It's like my throat seized up. You can. So that is my first foray
Ah.
into craft beer was Lazy Magnolia Southern Pecan. So I brought Abita's Pecan Ale, which is about as close as you're going to get. Coastal Empire here in town has their praline
Yep.
pecan. It's the praline though, so it's a lot
Sure.
sweeter. So
Sweeter.
definitely try that one. But this guy here is probably as close as it gets.
So, Jeremy, here's what I'm catching on. The first craft beer you almost drank killed you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to drink this one. It's very close to the
Well,
first
no,
beer.
don't drink 10 of them.
Yeah, okay,
And then
gotcha.
play drums for 6 hours.
Okay, I don't think that's going to exact. I don't think that's on my list of things to do today.
This is a good one.
All right, so let's jump into the review. Once again, trying Abita Brewing's Pecan Ale. This is coming in at 5.2% alcohol. Let's start it off by taking a big old sniff. It's nutty. It's got some nuts in it, guys.
Glad you pulled that out of there. Great tasting note.
Nutty, a little sweet. I do like that. It smells nice.
Yeah, holding it up to the light, and if you're watching the live stream, which you should be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I mean, it's got kind of that golden amberish kind of look to it. What you kind of expect from a pecan ale that we're once again getting from Abita Brewing. Now, with all that being said, our best part of the review is actually drinking the beer.
I've already
Cheers,
been
gentlemen.
going.
It's all good.
Oh, excellent beer to start the day. I think this is actually a good breakfast beer.
That is. I mean, okay, so I expected, the nose on it, you got the nuttiness, but you also got a little sweetness to it.
Yeah, I got some nuts in my mouth. Got it.
And not the first time. Not nearly as sweet taste-wise as it is on the nose, which was nice.
I was gonna say this would go great if you were having some like toast with some like butter or something.
Yeah.
It's like
Toast with butter. Are we poor? Can we not afford jam?
No, that's the Queen of England. I call that Queen's breakfast. She does over buttered toast with some jam on it. It's delicious.
How much of your life have you studied the Queen?
After The Crown came out, the first couple seasons, I definitely.
All right, I hear you. All right, so let's get into the review of the beer or the grading of the beer. Once again, trying Abita Brewing's Pecan Ale, coming in at 5.2% alcohol on the beer scale of supremacy. Cotter. Let's start off with
the
you.
number. What's the scale?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yeah, so I like it. I mean, it's light. The nuttiness is there. A little bit of sweetness behind it. I've over the past few years liked or have discovered I've liked brown ales better than I thought I did in the past.
Right.
I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. I think this is a good way to start the day. I agree with you. It's nice and light and easy going.
All right, Jeremy, let's move on over to you on the beer scale of supremacy. Abita Brewing's Pecan Ale.
3.5, just like him. The sweetness is really great, but I don't know if I could drink more than one of these in a sitting.
Yeah.
These are like when you go to a brewery, like you want to grab this beer, but exactly. You're only going to grab the one. You maybe get like a little taster and be like, oh, that was nice.
They're definitely taster beers. Like if I go somewhere,
Yes.
like a pickle goza or something, which I'll get the taster and then I'll get a pint of it.
Right.
But I need to, before I go all in, I need to try it.
100%. Yeah. So with that, I mean, you guys are pretty spot on. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3.25 on the beer scale of supremacy.
Just have to.
All right, so we've got a couple more beers to try. We're going to do one stream only. We'll come back and we'll try another one on the air. It is Beer for Breakfast. Jeremy Hammons, the Underdog Brewing Company, Beer for Breakfast, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, back on the stream. I have a few comments to get to.
Sorry about coughing in the mic. That's Bush League. Amateur hour.
Charles says, pecan. You don't open a can of soup. Con of soup. Okay.
That's true.
All right. Well, all right.
All right, Gallagher.
All right. Thanks, Charles.
That is a very old reference. I apologize.
All right. Rob from New Zealand has a question for you, Jeremy.
Love New Zealand.
He goes, what's your go-to meal after a night of accidentally drinking way too much in hopes of softening the hangover?
Okay. So clearly Waffle House. But
I was about to say the same thing.
The Savannah Waffle Houses are slammed at the times that you
So
want to
much.
go to it.
Yeah.
You can't even get in. And unfortunately now, Crystal closes at like midnight now. And I'm a by the way, everybody, I'm a White Castle man. I can't have it down here. So I don't get that. I have tried, because I am out at 1 and 2 a lot because I play music out downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I try to just get home. And I'm not like driving drunk, everyone.
Yeah, me neither.
I try to skip the extra meal because I'm going to wake up feeling exactly the same.
Okay. So your go-to meal is no meal at all. Unless Waffle House is dead.
Tell me this. Would you notice a difference if you ate Waffle House at 1 and 2 in the morning or you didn't when you woke up? It changes nothing.
Yeah, I would just be hungry when I woke up.
I would gain 1,400 calories for no reason. And that's, by the way, it's the real reason. I eat a saltine cracker and I gain 2 pounds. The metabolism at almost 40 is shot.
Yeah, I know. I hear you there. Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose
Drink some more beer.
if I have a drunk meal to choose from, Rob, I absolutely would choose Waffle House. I allow myself Waffle House twice a year max because it is so horrific for you.
Rob, is there an equivalent of a Waffle House? It's basically a fast food breakfast joint that serves almost any breakfast meal in whatever combination you need, and it's open 24/7. So I don't know if there is an equivalent of that in New Zealand.
And speaking of New Zealand, the best accent in the world. I wish I had a New Zealand accent. I really do. My friend Sarah Scott's an artist in Alabama, and she's from New Zealand. She's a Kiwi. I could just listen to her talk all day.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Flight of the Conchords, so that's my connection. Another question for you, Jeremy. So I always ask this to each brewer: what is the craziest ingredient you've used to brew beer? He gives some examples like bone dust, beard yeast, crushed oyster shells. Anything crazy you've done?
Just from you all hearing me talk, it might surprise you that I don't personally go too crazy.
Right.
I can tell a quick story about the most crazy.
Yeah.
We're off the air, right?
Yeah.
The most batshit crazy thing that's ever been brewed at Southbound. There was a guy named Rick Burnett.
Oh, I remember Rick.
I love Rick.
I hate that
guy. He's out west now and just killing it. But he made a cask, and it's legendary at this point.
Okay.
He made a pizza cask. I think it was out of Scattered Sun, and he put like pizza spices in it and all this stuff. And we poured it, and you smell it.
Yeah.
It was a fart in a glass. It was like methane. It's like methane coming out of this. But then you drink it, and it was just kind of like Scattered Sun Belgian wit, had some stuff in it. Swallowed it, hung out for a minute. The eventual beer burp comes up. Pizza. You were burping pizza, and I was like, what the hell is this? And we were all just sitting there going, it's this. We still talk about the pizza cask to this day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he did another one where he, I think he forgot how much fruit he added to it. And to do a cask, you like hit the spile and into the bung. And he did that. And there was people sitting at the bar. And Southbound's a big building. It hit the ceiling. No. So much pressure in there, and rained like purple fruit down on the bar. At that point, there was a rule of don't tap the cask if people are in the room.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That is awesome.
Rob says they have Bakehouse, normally Asian owned, always open.
Ooh. Is it like a diner? Like,
it sounds like it.
I can handle
Well, hey,
that.
while we got a moment, why don't we break out stream beer? Not the second beer we'll do, but
I'm gonna save my surprise beer.
Okay.
yeah,
Save that one on air. Yeah.
pick that one. How much time do we have, Cotter?
I can put the Metallica. So you got 6 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Is it this symphony one?
No, just nothing else matters.
All right.
Oh, and I did not hold back on splurging on you boys.
Oh my Lord.
You're too good to us.
This.
Just so you know, these beers will not go to waste. I have to do a promotions budget meeting.
You should
after
just
this.
take all the beers in there.
I'm drinking all these.
Oh yeah. And the third beer, we do not need a glass if that's any type.
Okay, so I'll use the glass on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you definitely want to pour this in the glass. So I didn't want to talk a bunch of shit about.
Do we need to roll the can like it says on the side?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I just tried to open
Says,
it.
don't freak out sediment.
So I do the yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, they have an or if you've already opened it. So leave a little bit in the bottom and give it a swirl. Yeah, because this one has a lot of hop oil and oat protein in it.
So this is the New Orthodox India Pale Ale series.
Well, it's from Old Nation, which is up in Wisconsin. This, to me, is kind of one of the early New England's
Okay.
That was there's that good stuff. But it's just wonderful. A 6 or a 4-pack of these is like $18, which is not bad for this, because a lot of times a company will make something that's so popular local.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk shit about any local or not local, but Atlanta breweries that have a popular beer and then dumbed it down. But that happens a lot.
Okay.
Some of my favorite beers, you get them like their first year and they're huge. And then just for business wise, they have to pull those ingredients.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
just
way.
too expensive.
These guys make this beer and just have the price go. So to me, for this, the amount of hops I know they're putting in this, and hops are so expensive, $18 for a 4-pack of these.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
But I'm not going around buying $18 4-packs. But something like this.
All right, so this is once again from Old Nation Brewing Company. This is the new Orthodox India Pale Ale series called M43. It's a New England India Pale Ale coming in at 6.8% alcohol. This thing, I mean, right out the gate, it's got a nose to it. Taking a big sniff.
Ooh, this is what I want a New England to be. I don't want a glass of yeast water. This is perfect.
I mean, I just poured a little bit in my glass because once again, I have to do a promotions budget meeting, and hopefully
I'll take a nap.
I'll be chugging all this. So I mean, it's got a crazy hoppy nose to it. It is. I mean, the nose. I mean, it's delicious.
Citrus.
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, the nose. I mean, it like stings to the nostrils, Cotter. I mean, 100%. Now, holding it up to the light. I mean, it's just kind of your classic hazy IPA. I mean, you're definitely not seeing through that little fella right there. Jeremy, the Southern gentleman, is moving all of his gear out of Max space. All right, with all that being said, Jeremy, did we miss anything when it comes to the nose and look of the beer?
No, I love this one.
All right, well, cheers, gentlemen.
You want some? You good? All right.
That's damn good. That is damn good, guys.
Right?
Yes.
That is what that style is supposed to be. I'm going to do my damnedest to get to something like this.
I mean, I'm not like, scraping my tongue afterwards.
The balance is nuts.
Yes. I mean, you get the citrus, the hops are there. It's not wrecking my palate.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid. I mean, and it's 6.8%. This is the beer that I'd go to the brewery and I'd drink 6 of them and then regret my life decision.
Yes, this is the one that you can't tell it's boozy.
No, not at all.
Yeah, this is, and once again, I would define this as a clean, hazy IPA, which doesn't make sense in my brain, but it actually does make a lot of sense when you taste it.
You started hearing people, instead of saying New England, you're starting to hear juicy hazy IPA.
Yeah.
It's too many words. Like I said, I'm not a big 4-word guy.
You just walk in, what can I get you? Juice.
Am I in the beer place?
The beer place. Juice, please.
Beer, please. What
Beer,
number do
please.
you want? 3.
3.
All right. Okay. So on the beer scale of supremacy, Cotter, let's kick it off with you.
I know where I'm going on this one.
Once again, from Old Nation Brewing Company.
And let's think of style, not just...
Don't try to make us think, sir. This is our show. This isn't yours.
I'm not. You are trying to go Untapped on us, and I'm trying to.
No, I will asterisk it if I'm rating a beer that the style I don't like. I'll always asterisk it. 4.25. I would go in the brewery. I would drink too many of these. I would stand up and sit instantly back down, call my Uber, and order another beer.
That being said, I don't know this for a fact, but on their taproom menu, this thing's like $8 or $9.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And I would pay it. I'd pay it, every one of it.
Well, this thing is, I mean, just girthy in so many ways.
Girthy mouthful, as we say.
All right, Cotter, get to the ranking.
4.25.
4.25. All right, Jeremy.
4.5 all day.
Ooh, good lord.
Yeah.
I really, really do enjoy this beer.
Good.
I fell out of love with IPAs for quite some time. I've gotten back into them very slowly, and this one just kind of amps up. If this place was anywhere close to us, I'd go definitely spend a lot of time and money there. This one's a 4.25 for me.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
This is like if you have somebody who goes, I don't like IPAs, this is the IPA you give them. Because you're not going to, like I said, you're not scraping your tongue afterwards.
Is this available locally?
You can get this at Habersham Beverage. Vince keeps it in stock. I'm sure it's at
Just
both
for you?
locations. Just for me. I would hope it's a known beer. This was hard to find years ago. I think this was 2016 when this one really first hit up in Wisconsin. I see it on shelves, and they also make a strawberry variant of it, which is seasonal, I believe. I haven't had that one yet.
See, it's like there's when you go to Habersham, and I love that there's variety, but there's so many. And I'm like, I don't know where do I even start.
When I was trying to find the Lazy Magnolia one, 3 times scanning, and I'm talking shelf by shelf. And then finally Vince walked up, and he's like, "Yeah, they don't do that here."
Yeah,
anymore.
It's like, you look like a lost child. Can I help?
I do look like a lost child.
I haven't been there in the wild. Does he still have his system set up?
Yeah, he started a
Okay.
new categorying system when it comes to.
It's actually really nice.
What's
He's
What
like
time to talk
using
about?
certain colors,
Color coded style of beers and stuff like that.
Quick question before we jump off the stream and go back on the air from Sean. Why is Mac facing away from the camera? Is she being sulky and sad? Mac, are you okay?
Mac?
Are you sad?
Yeah.
You got the bummies? You okay?
No.
You want Jeremy to give you a hug?
Come here.
No.
I'm an.
Got nicotine withdrawal.
Nicotine
Okay.
withdrawal. She may.
For one, that accent is amazing, and 2, I am a huggy man.
3, I say pecan. I never say pecan.
I don't either. I say pecan, but
Pecan.
I get like side eye all day.
Yeah, it's pecan.
All right, guys, got about 20. Be right back. It is Beer for Breakfast. Jeremy Hammons, the Underdog Brewing Company, coming in 2022. All right.
Jeremy just goes, I think I'm getting a little drunk over here. I'm like, you're not the first person to get drunk on beer for breakfast.
Well, I brought 3 beers for each of us, and we're opening 3 each. And I'm like, it's 9:30 in the morning. I've literally had like a banana and a cup of coffee today. So
Oh, okay, fancy banana guy over here.
yeah, I love my potassium.
We've had a cup of coffee, I think, between the 2 of us and an energy drink. So I think you're okay.
We're good.
All right, so yeah, we have one more beer to try for beer for breakfast. Now, you've been hyping this up. I'm very curious. I'm very excited. You have a mystery beer for us.
Mystery beer. This is from a tiny little brewery out west.
Okay.
It's hard to find. It's a light variant of their beer. It's from the Miller Coors Company.
Oh.
And it is Miller freaking Light.
Possibly a first. Possibly a first on beer for breakfast.
He said we needed no glasses for this.
No.
100%.
In fact, I'm grabbing my koozie out of my pocket.
You got a koozie?
Oh, I always keep a koozie on. And it's a Lone Wolf Lounge
I
koozie.
love those guys. I steal all my favorite stuff from Lone Wolf Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
So,
guys.
I brought this very much on purpose.
Oh, I love this. All right, there it is, guys.
So I guess let's go ahead and start the review.
Really?
That's what we're doing.
A-Dub, stop in the studio real quick. All right, so let's continue on with beer for breakfast. Miller Lite, a fine Pilsner beer.
Fine Pilsner beer.
Is the beer we're reviewing for our final beer of the day. A big old sniff, gentlemen.
Just next to nothing.
It's a slight hint of beer.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
there's-
slight hint of beer. I brought this very much on purpose today.
It smells like cold beer.
Yes, 100%.
In a studio with 3 gentlemen. That's what it smells like.
And your breath will smell like this all day. Miller Lite breath all day.
Now, once again, holding it up to the light, the beer is inside the can. I'm going to go ahead and say it looks like beer.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's yellow fizzy water.
Yeah, so with all that being said, gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers to you.
Got some of my beard, which will be great once again.
I mean, prior to getting into craft beer, Miller Lite was like kind of my beer of choice.
I'm not a Bud Light man. It's too sweet.
Yeah.
Miller Lite is
sweet.
no. It's like a corn sweetness. I don't know what's going on. I like crispy finishing beers.
Oh.
I keep a brick of Miller Lite in my fridge next to fancy bottles of like Wild Culture sours. Next to big stouts. I always have my brick of Miller Lite in the fridge.
How often do you go to the Miller Lite?
I had 2 of them yesterday.
Okay, fair enough.
After my day. I brought this for one very important reason.
Okay.
And you can come see me tomorrow at Southbound Brewing, 11 or noon to 5:30 bartending. When people come up, there's a lot of people who just stare at the menu and go, I don't know. And I always say, what is your favorite beer? There's no wrong answer.
Right.
And they might go, oh, I like Blue Moon or I like Miller Lite.
Right.
Great. Let's hang out. Let's figure out what we can get you. Something like this, the people that I don't like are the ones that in front of their friends just go, oh, that's terrible. I hate that. And I will straight up look them in the face, point them and just go, no. This beer is consistent. It is delicious.
You scold them like you would a dog.
I punched them in the face.
Don't poop on the rug.
Do not poop. Well, maybe poop on it.
Depends on where the night gets.
Gojira Brewing Company. That's a little callback, everybody. But this is what the Underdog Brewing Company is going to be about. I want you to be able to walk into the building and you have felt like you've been there before.
Right.
There are fancy beers on if you want a hazy like the M43 we had during the break, but we also carry these things.
Yeah.
Our kitchen is going to be simple. You can look at the menu.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be, you're going to walk in and go, I know exactly what's happening.
Right.
I have been in this building before, although I've never been in it. It is going to be a bar where we just happen to make all the products.
I love this.
It's going to be a bar that celebrates Leonard Skinner's Simple Man. Because Simple Man will be playing on the radio. And then every once in a while, we'll throw on the Shinedown cover.
Okay, we're much classier. We're going to play Gimme Back My Bullet. We go for the B-sides, the deeper cuts.
All right, so I guess the most important thing we need to do before we wrap up Beer for Breakfast, once again, Jeremy Hammons from the Underdog Brewing Company, depending on how fancy you want to get at that exact occasion, is in studio with us, is to review this beer, Miller Lite, a fine Pilsner beer. You may have heard of it.
This is interesting because we only, on the beer review, going back to the afternoon show, we've only reviewed a handful of what I would say were craft beers.
Mm-hmm.
So PBR.
Love it.
Guinness.
Give it to me.
I think those are the only
2.
5 out of 5.
Yeah. You gave them both 5 out of 5.
Oh, this is getting a fight. You don't even have to ask.
But for us, we have to be a little bit more stringent when it comes to reviews.
Well, I am going to look at it from a sense of the non-craft beer.
Go
on. It's not my go-to anymore when I go to non-craft.
What is your go-to?
It's Miller High Life.
That's a good one.
Or I'll go to Coors Light every now and then, too.
All right, we get it. You're fancy and rich, Cotter.
You need your
$1,500 a show.
I'm going 3.
You need your mountains to be blue.
I'm going 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 today. All right. Jeremy, I think we already know what you...
I'm giving this a solid 5.
Now, when it comes to your traditional 3 brands, we all grew up with them, right? Miller Lite, Bud Light, and Coors Light. Those are kind of the 3 that we all kind of grew up with.
Yeah. And your uncle always brought over the Beast, Milwaukee's best.
Oh, that's true.
The red can Beast and the igloo cooler with the flip top on it.
My dad still drinks Old Milwaukee to this day. So there you go.
Well, when you think of the peak of the mountain, no pun intended, especially with Coors, you think of those 3 beers. And I think when it comes to them, I mean, I would power rank them Coors, Miller, and Bud Light. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give Miller Lite a very acceptable grade of 3.5.
Okay, fair enough. I like it.
I like it.
Jeremy, thank you so much for stopping by, man.
Was that a little stumble there?
No, it was not.
He literally, that's one of those things like after you have one beer and you're like, I love you, man. He essentially just said, Jeremy, I love you, man.
Just everyone know that once we go off the air, we're just gonna hug. We're gonna be in here hugging.
Watch it live on the stream.
Watch it. I'm gonna be crying. It's gonna be good.
The Underdog Brewing Company coming spring of 2022.
Our website and everything, socials. I'm talking Facebook, Instagram. We for the kids, we have the TikToks.
Oh,
I know.
Are you gonna do like crazy TikTok dances?
We're gonna do some videos.
Yes.
And, I can't help myself. But it's the Underdog SAV, and that's on everything, even our LinkedIn page.
Oh,
I know. So come like us on the LinkedIn.
I can't wait to connect with you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, beer for breakfast. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Sit here and drink this beer now.
Please.
Yeah, you got to sign the wall before you leave.
Rob says...
Not that you have to leave by any means.
I was going to say, how long are you on the air?
20 more minutes.
I'll just hang out.
Yeah.
Rob says, he goes, do the proper cry, snot bubbles and loud howling.
I got to finish this beer.
Yeah, Old Milwaukee. No, I'm old. That's what my dad drinks.
The Beast.
But High Life is my go-to cheap beer. High Life Light was until they got rid of it.
High Life, I enjoy the beer. My problem is most people want to be clever, and this is, Mood Rights does this.
Yeah.
And I was there last night. I was at Over Yonder last night. I had a sandwich.
I
love it. But they keep the ponies in stock because it's cooler to keep the little pony bottles. I don't want that.
No, just give me a
Just
bottle.
give me a bottle.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man.
I'm a big boy.
I want a man-sized beer. Mac, do you want to try any of these beers?
Yeah, come on.
Just the first one. Okay, yeah.
I didn't drink out of it. It was poured.
It's a good one.
It's going to taste really good after sucking on that sucker. It'll taste completely different.
What flavor suck? Oh, is that blue raspberry? Blue's not a flavor.
We're only got one more break.
Okay. Do we want to do music?
We don't need to
at this
do
point?
it. No.
All right.
But like I said, you can only like have one. So it's very sweet.
Rhett says, my uncle was a Busch Beer guy.
Ooh.
Sean says, Old Milwaukee Easy Riders.
I don't know what that
How
means.
long are we on this break?
We're in commercials right now.
We got commercials and a song.
Yeah.
So I lived in Auburn, Alabama for like 4 years.
Sorry.
Right.
I know. War damn, man.
Sounds terrible.
My wife went to school there. She's a fancy lady. So I just got drunk and played music.
Yeah.
And sold guitars. But whenever it was Talladega weekend, and I hate that I never went to Talladega. I was offered like twice.
Right.
And I just never went. You cannot find natural light, natty, in the state. Walmart and stuff would just push pallets of it out, not even display it or merchandise it, and people would just, natty was gone. The whole area, that part of Alabama,
Right.
that whole side of the state would just buy up bricks and bricks of natty light. You couldn't find it.
That's an odd choice, I guess.
I'm not in Alabama.
Yeah.
No, I mean, natty that's a college beer, right?
No, I
there.
get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's a college beer, and then it skips a bunch of generations. Then it's like the 50-year-old guy beer. It's this two different, very.
I just love
interesting
Mac in the
segments.
background. If you guys are watching the live stream, obviously you are. Mac's just like shaking her head or agreeing with everything you're saying.
Where are you from?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh, did you work in radio? You know Tig and Daniel? Oh, they're the worst. Love them boys. Yeah, hilarious is a word for it. They used to have me on all the time.
I didn't get the chance to work alongside them, but they were based out of the station.
Daniel's a real creep. I probably met you. When were you there?
I was there from 2018 until
Okay, I was there in like 04 to 09 because I'm old.
She was like 4 in 04.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Mac, you mentioned this is a morning show or something, the Tigan and Daniel guys you were just talking about?
Yeah, Tig and Daniel.
You said you didn't work with them, but who would you see like better, those guys or us?
Oh no, that's it. Tig and Daniel, you are the worst. I'm gonna send them the stream and like timestamp it. No, they've always been lovely to me.
I don't like them. I've never met those guys.
They
but
got up to Nashville for a minute, and we're like,
yeah, and then they failed out of it. Yeah, they were just like,
yeah, they
not
were
good enough.
They were kicked out of town.
Jay from Coastal. What's up, boys?
What's up? Hey, Jay.
Jay, are you working this weekend? Because I think I'm going to need to leave my house so we can sell it. And I want to come to Coastal. Want to come to Coastal before I'm out of here in 2 weeks. So
I'm done at Southbound tomorrow at 5:30. If you want to go drinking,
okay,
I'll go.
I got a wedding.
I
Tomorrow.
gotta do things.
I got a wedding tomorrow.
I pick people who I know won't get married to be my friends.
I got a wedding tomorrow.
I'm 38 and I just got asked for the first time to be in a wedding party, and I'm pissed. It's Randy that was the lead brewer at Southbound after me.
Oh, the
He
pizza
asked
guy?
me- No.
Oh, not
No,
Randy.
no.
I mean, he can make a good pizza. I'm sure he's a culinary institute graduate. He could probably make some fancy nonsense. But he's like, hey man, I was just like, I made it to 38. I officiate weddings. I've done like 6 of them. I'm much more.
Can you
comfortable.
stop doing that? Because I also do that.
I'm
8 deep. No big deal.
Maybe I'll
Oh.
just come.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Tell your friends.
When do you work?
I'm average.
When are you working at Southbound tomorrow?
Tomorrow, noon to 5:30.
Maybe I'll swing by Coastal and they'll bring the dog over to
I
Southbound.
haven't been there in like 2 weeks. I have no idea what's going on. They've been lovely to me. So.
No,
Yeah.
I got a wedding I'm going to tomorrow.
So Charles, who actually was on the air with us earlier today, he actually said pallets of natty, heaven. He sent me a picture yesterday. So he's down at Welcome to Rockville right now.
Oh yeah.
He has 2 cases of Natty Light in the back of his truck.
Me and my wife Carol went down to, this was years ago. We were at a concert down in Jacksonville, and we stopped at Anheuser-Busch.
Okay.
And actually, this is before I started in the brewing industry.
Okay.
So I wish I kind of knew. I didn't understand what was happening.
Right.
What an incredible facility! Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
and they were on Natty Light packing day. Watching that level of canning happening was nuts. We did the more expensive tour because I'm fancy, but they gave us beers off of Bright Tanks, which is the finishing tanks. That's pretty much a giant keg of beer. And the guy was like, "What do you think this is?" And I'm drinking. I'm like, "I don't know. This is amazing. What product is this?" He was like, "That's Bud Light." And I was like, if they can make that experience, and it's the thing with being in a brewery, like Hopland IPA at Southbound. I wish everyone could have it off the tank, off the pigtail, off the tank.
Yeah.
It is
I call it the nipple.
the nipple.
Yeah.
It is such an experience to have beer off of the tank, off the bright tank.
Right.
Actually, I call it. Actually, sorry, I call it the cotter. I mean,
The
it's
cotter.
so big. It's like.
Actually, it's very thin and long.
Also, yeah, I call that cotter as well.
Uncomfortably, it's like a needle.
Actually, you know what, cotter? The biggest. Wouldn't the biggest honor of your life before you leave?
No.
Would to have a nipple of a bright tank be named after you?
Hmm? Oh, I actually
Now I'm going to spend my entire weekend doing this.
the valve on that tank is called a sample cock. So that's all I'm saying. And that is the industry term for that. The thing
You know
you would
what?
sample
Screw it.
beer from.
I'm going to wrap this up right now.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
Yeah.
at the Underdog Brewing Company, may we have the Cotter Memorial sample cock.
So that being said, going into January, we have our needs and wants. So we're gonna do a Kickstarter for the wants of the room.
Right.
This is asking a lot of people, but you can literally you can buy a tank and name it. And as long as it's not something that's too gross, I'll put curse words on it. I don't care. It's that type of place.
But what I don't want the whole tank. I just
You
want
just wanna buy-
I want to buy the sample cock.
So just
much-
over top of one.
How much for the sample cock? I'll Venmo you right now.
I don't know. We'll make this
The
happen.
Cotter, I wanted to say the Cotter Memorial sample cock. I need to do this for my friend.
Yeah.
For my friend.
This is my
This
friend.
is my friend. I cannot believe you're leaving. How dare you better yourself in your life?
He's not my coworker. He's not my business partner.
No.
He's not my best friend.
He's your lover. He's your best friend.
He is my friend. I need this.
Thank you for being a friend.
Cotter from Rock 106.1's memorial, like he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Sample cock.
Get that like terrible like outline picture of his beard.
And I just
put
want
it
like
on
a
there.
little gold plaque above it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
We're making this happen.
Yeah, and we'll just put your birth date with a dash next to it.
Yeah, we'll fill that in later.
When you die. When you
Fill that
die.
in later.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. This is incredible.
25 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys. That's it. No Marshall's Music News today.
Yeah, we decided just to skip it. Jack White's putting out 2 albums in 2022, and Tom DeLonge said he's going back to Blink-182 again. When will it happen? I don't know.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. There'll be another plane crash. The guys will get back together.
Sure.
Too soon?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Welcome to Rockville this weekend. If you're going, take some photos, post them up on the Facebook page. Marshall will be down there on Sunday. Mudvayne.
Oh, Metallica. And before we go, our close personal friend of the show, Mac.
Yes.
She has been off the vape for 2.5 days, so I just want to clap it up on the air.
Good for Mac.
Mac, congratulations. She left the room just before this, of course. But clapping up for Mac. Stop vaping, people.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. No show on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Once again, the one time I praise Mac, and of course she leaves the room just before. There's Tony.
Tony,
what's going on?
oh my gosh.
What is this?
She's trying to sober us up, which is the perfect.
How auspicious of you.
I mean, that's
This
so
stream
much.
still going?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Sorry.
No. I was just.
Let's see. Jay says this weekend we premiere The Hunt for Red is Over, a red IPA coming at 7.2% alcohol over Coastal. That's
I love a
interesting.
red ale.
You know, our first.
I want to know where he got red malt because you can't find it right now. Whose palms have you greased?
Well, our first beer, Rock 106.1 beer at Southbound, was a red ale.
That's where it was the beer I got before I went to Southbound.
Oh, no
Started
kidding.
working there. I saw.
Okay.
I just love. It was a red IPA, right?
Yeah.
That was such a good beer.
Yeah, it was called. Sorry, Cotter's deaf over there. We're talking.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. What was our first? What was our
Fade
first
to
beer?
red.
Fade to red. Fade to red.
Red.
So that Jeremy said that was the last beer he tried before joining the Southbound Southbound
it's
brand.
the one because I had some of their like market stuff, but that bottle I saw it at Savannah Market actually.
Hey, we have a bottle of it in Connor's office.
Do not drink it.
Do not drink it.
How old is that beer? It's like 7 years. No, IPAs do not age well.
Beers last forever, don't they?
Mm-hmm. You do not get the quiche.
Oh my god. See you, Rob.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Look how big this cinnamon roll is. It's ridiculous.
I was about to say, hey, I'm cool.
Connor,
I
can
will
you
be
throw
a
me a
basic
plate, bud?
bitch. I'll do that pumpkin bar.
You have like 30 plates under yours.
All day. I need something after all these beers.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Tony for the win.
Guys, I'll get it. Hold on.
Charles goes later, guys. Tony's a suck up. Oh, Tony. Charles says,
Jealous.
Yeah, don't be.
Okay. Jealousy is not attractive, honey. Not attractive.
Jealousy is not attractive, she says. Charles, Jesus.
Oh.
Chance Farrago says Chance the Pickler is back, says Chance. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chance.
That's back at Hopatomica.
Oh, cool.
Hoopatumaki. Hey, Potamaka.
I haven't had it yet. I want to try it.
What's
Chance
that?
the Pickler. I haven't had it yet.
It's I'm sure that they changed it up, but that was a rebrew whenever I was brewing back there. And we used,
Wait, are you trying to say this is your beer?
no. Smith writes all the recipes over there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But Chance was more in the kitchen back then, and we used his pickle brine, which amazing pickles over there too. But the first tank we had to dump it. We really screwed that up. And then rebrewed it, and it was great. So
Nice.
I haven't had the new one yet. I was there the other day, and got Most Extreme Challenge, their rice lager.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love that beer.
It's a good one.
Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about just like the simple kind of styles of beer that you talk that you're going to be doing with Underdog. The Most Extreme Challenge, which is that rice lager, I love that beer.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Um,
I like it when they haven't had a West Coast on for a minute because it just sells out. I love their West Coast too.
all right, guys. We're gonna shut down the audio here. See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank y'all.